you, the voice of the beat. You know what I won't blaze up. Come on, blaze up.
It's the beat for me.
Wow, 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 wow. For your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we live. For your boy. For your boy. Hustle for your boy. Fix it for your boy. Drop it for your lift it up.
Hi, y'all. Hello. How y'all doing? Happy Tuesday. What's up? What's up? Come on in. Get the likes up on the video. It's Tuesday. Welcome to the Morning Joce. I hope you guys are doing well as I am. Is it blurry? I feel like the picture blurry. It's blurry on my laptop. I mean, on my laptop. It's blurry on my what do you call this? It's coming through. It's coming through. I think it's coming through. Anyway, how y'all doing? Come on in, get the likes up on the video. Welcome to the Morning Joce. We got a show today. I hope y'all are doing well. I hope y'all had a wonderful weekend, as did I. I had a great weekend. I went home to New Orleans. My birthday was Friday, so I did get to spend the weekend at home. And when I tell you it was enlightening, I had a blast. It was Super Sunday. We're gonna get into a little bit of that. And it was dope. It was dope. It said just a little yellow. I look yellow. I do look yellow. Why it's got me looking yellow? I do look yellow. Wait. I really do. Is it? I do look yellow. I think it's the background, y'all. I don't know. I think it's the background. I don't know why I look yellow. I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything that I don't normally do. I don't know. Anyways, come on in. Come on in. Sorry about that, though. I'm sorry if I'm yellow. I'm black. Sorry. Can't help it. It might be the shirt from the background. I don't know. My voodoo sign keep falling, and I'm tired of picking it back up. Every time I'm middle of the stream, it keep falling. Because this is the thing. I'm not in the space that I will be doing permanent podcasting, if that's what you want to call it. That's going to be in the basement. So I don't want to make permanent changes to a wall here if I'm planning on going down to the basement and have a whole room. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. Let me see. Let me turn the light down a little bit. Maybe it won't be, I don't know. Anyways, but come on in. Welcome to the Morning Joe. Sorry I couldn't make it yesterday. Let me say this. Wait, before I start with that. Let's start with the morning announcements. First of all, welcome to the Morning Joce. I am your host, Voodoo Dog TV. So sorry, I started off a little jacked up. My mind is all over the place. We do this Monday through Friday. So if you are new to the channel, go ahead on and subscribe, because you'll definitely want to come back. And you'll know when I upload or go live from the channel. But we definitely do the Morning Joce Monday through Friday. So make sure y'all lock in, okay? Lock in. This is a morning-ish show. You see what I'm saying? It's a day show. That's all that matters. So pull up, pull over, pop out, tell a friend. All the Morning Joce is just here to help y'all get through work. I'm just on here josing y'all through your work or whatever. So make sure y'all do that. Also, sorry, I was eating peanuts before I came on here. Also, thank you, Tia Haynes. Hit the 6, love you. Thank you, boo. Let me drink some water, girl. I was eating peanuts before I came on here. Anyways, what was I saying? So yeah, make sure y'all pull up and pop out. Also, guys, Black America genealogy is very, very important. So please, if you somebody you know have not started your family's genealogy, please do so. You know, I was watching this woman did a video, Martin Luther King's maternal grandfather. So that would be his mother's father, who is, I'm assuming, a Black American, because I didn't get through the video of the genealogy. However, because you know Martin Luther King's father is of Irish lineage. They are Black Irishmen. But again, I'm assuming that his mother's side is of American, but I'll look further into it because I didn't watch the video. But I'm saying all that to say, the lady was going over Martin Luther King's genealogy and saying our ancestors, our ancestors, our ancestors. And I want you to know that that is a play to get you to not look at your specific ancestors. That's something that has been put in place by people who look like us, some who are us, to make sure that we never go in to look at the people who come from us, or the people that we come from. So that's why I think instead of us taking so much effort or putting such concerted efforts into looking up everybody else's genealogy, I think that we should start looking up our own. I think that it's only right. We have ancestors that are waiting for us to at least go and find them. You know what I'm saying? And this ain't no spooky stuff. It's just that at the end of the day, we have spiritual warfare we're going through, and the ancestors need our help. So, with that being said, grounding, meditating, praying, whatever it is you need to do to get back to the Most High, whatever you believe is source, you need to get back in it, okay? Because that is the only way. We don't need to be, I'm not saying we don't need to focus on Martin Luther King's ancestors, because that is good to know information. But what Martin Luther King's ancestors ate don't make none of us in Black America SHIT. So with that being said, if you want to get your abundance, if you want to get your inheritance, if you want to get reparations, the way to do so, or at least to start, is through your genealogy. So please, y'all, do your genealogy. Did I say everything? Do your genealogy, ground, meditating, pray. Okay, so now we're gonna get into the show, but before we get into that, let me just say I apologize for yesterday, even though I didn't plan on coming on yesterday. Because I was gonna be flying back. I ended up not making it back in time to even attempt to come on yesterday because of the airport. And that's where I want to get into. I need everybody in Black America to pay attention. So, you know how when you're in the air, you have a whole bunch of downloads, or I know for me, whenever I get to airports, my downloads be like pop, 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 meaning I be thinking my brain goes into overtime, right? So I'm sitting at the airport. I get to Atlanta's airport, and it's starting with the craziness. If y'all don't know, the government, I don't know if this is due to the government shutdown or what it is, but whatever it is, a lot of TSA workers are not at work, which are causing delays all over the airport. So meaning the TSA line to check in normally would have taken us 15, 20 minutes tops. Even with a long line, it took us about an hour. You see what I'm saying? Basically, it was that. Then they had people who usher in the planes. It was a whole lot of stuff. A lot of people who were supposed to be at work wasn't at work, and that caused a lot of travel plans to delay. I need y'all to understand, because this is very important. So it caused a lot of people's travel plans to delay, or either people lost a lot of flights because flights were canceled, like 90 going west, because of this thing with the government and these people. I want you guys to know that just the same way they create 5 o'clock traffic, because they absolutely create 5 o'clock traffic. It is not random that every day at 5 o'clock, when you get off of work, there's traffic. I know a lot of y'all may believe that, but it's not true. That is created, and it is created to get you frustrated. You're coming home from a hard day's work. You're ready to get home and do the rest of your day. By the time you get through traffic, you're done. You don't have no energy to do anything. That is purposely created for you to get frustrated and and take your energy and put it into worry, stress, fear. You know what I'm saying? Type stuff. That's the same thing with the airport. Those TSA workers and these airport workers who are not at work, that is on purpose. That is not by mistake. That has nothing to do. I know y'all gonna say, but that's not true. They've been going back and forth. That's called political theater. Welcome to the party, you late. Okay, I need y'all to catch up. Okay, just because they give you the script don't mean they didn't write it. Does that make sense? So what's happening is reality and real are running parallel, and people cannot understand the difference between the two. Since I have, I guess, the sight to see, I'll help you guys out. What's real? What's real is in this whole TSA airport situation, the people aren't getting paid and they're not coming to work, which is actually causing delays and flight canceling. That's real. That's real. Okay. That's actually happening. As a matter of fact, all kinds of flights was delayed coming in and out of Atlanta. I know in New Orleans, the airport wasn't bad, but coming in and out of Atlanta, it was disgustingly horrible, okay? But it makes sense. Atlanta is a huge airport. New Orleans is a very small one. Who needs to do all that there? But anyway, coming out of this airport, I'm saying all that to say it's all set up for you guys to get frustrated, because I forgot where I was going. I hate when I go off on a tangent because I lose my thought, but this is all set up for you to get frustrated so that your energy could be taken from where it needs to be into frustration, into fear, into anxiety. It took me an hour to get my bags. My flight was supposed to leave at 11:35 yesterday. We didn't get on the plane till about 2:30. When we got on the plane, it took us damn near 30 minutes to pull off. Then we got in the air, got off the plane. We had to park taxi for an hour because they didn't have nobody to come taxi us in. When we finally got somebody to taxi us in, we got in there, got all the way to the bag claims, and it took us an hour to get our luggage. They had all of these places open, all of these aisles open for people to get luggage, and they had 3, 4, 5 flights, no, maybe 10 flights under one spot. And it was then I figured it out. This is done by design. This is done by design, okay? This isn't on mistake. This isn't a coincidence. It has nothing to do with the government. Even though it has everything to do with the government, it also has nothing to do with the government. And I'm watching the people. I started watching and paying attention to the people and how frustrated people were. I was even trying to calm myself down because at some point I was even getting frustrated. You know what I'm saying? Because I was just like, Lord, and every time I catch myself getting there, I will calm myself down. And I thank God, you know what I'm saying, that I thank God that I've been meditating and I'm able to do that, because in the past that would have never happened. I'm telling you. But anyway, I'm watching these people get frustrated and I'm watching people's days ruin. Somebody missed. I guess they had somewhere to be at 6 o'clock. That was done. The people already told me you're not going to make that. Like, people were really, your gas prices are high. All of this is to deter you from the energy or take your energy from where it needs to be to put it somewhere where it shouldn't be, which is on worry, anger, and fear. So please, y'all, pay attention to what's happening in this world. It's not by happenstance. It's not by mistake. The enemy knows that while the world is in calamity, Black America is scrambling to figure out our next move. We organizing, grassroots is popping up. We doing genealogy. We doing all types of stuff. That is done by design to distract us from that. So please do not get caught up in this matrix. For those who understand what I'm saying, do not, whatever you do not get caught up in this matrix, because it will definitely get you caught up. Okay. And that Atlanta airport situation is definitely a matrix thing. It's a matrix thing to get you all jacked up. So I definitely want to come on here and tell y'all that. Y'all get the likes up on the video. Who is the enemy? Everybody. Anybody. Whoever your inner purpose or inner person tell you the enemy is, that's who the enemy is, okay? Now, y'all get the likes up on the video. And let's get right on into the show, honey. We got a few things to discuss. Mama Tina in this nasty behind Gumbo. So apparently, Mama Tina did Gumbo, as we all know. And at first, everybody was deriding. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. Mama Tina was on here telling people it take 18 hours to cook. I saw another video where she said it took 2 days to cook. And I said, Lord have mercy. According to Mama Tina, she's never cooked anything in her life. She don't even know how to cook, but she can cook 18-hour gumbo. Anyways, Mama Tina cooked all this gumbo in the heat, and now we got real response from these people. One lady said Mama Tina was nasty, disgusting, and rude. She just hate that she even bought the gumbo from Mama Tina. Another lady basically just straight up said it was trash. It's a whole bunch of stuff. People throwing up. It's a whole bunch of stuff. We'll get into all that in a second. I told y'all I wouldn't personally recommend anybody eating that gumbo, but you know, it is what it is. People are so fascinated with other people and they're so idolized by these people that they don't understand that, you know, maybe some of the things that they're doing is not a conducive. But anyway, we'll get into that. Also, Brandy, she was a slut from the 90s. I'm just playing. No, I'm not playing. I'm serious. She was a slut. Apparently, Brandy had everybody. Brandy had her way in the 90s. I'm just trying to be me, doing what I gotta do. Go ahead on, Brandy. Sitting up in my room while I'm sitting on top of the world, or whatever she used to say, girl. Brandy was over there playing with Shyne. She was getting booty with Shyne, and she was getting booty with Mase, allegedly. I don't know. This is what they said. And from what I heard, she had Kobe, she had all kinds of people. And I said to myself, I knew it. It's always them quiet ones. I knew that Moesha character was real. We gonna get into it. We also gonna get into spring break. It's been a time. And we got to get into the Houston Rodeo. Wait, to y'all with these teenage churn, this ain't the 90s. Stop dropping your churn off by these people fell. They say they done fought all through the fell and shut the whole rodeo down. Come pick up your churn. Everybody churn don't belong at the fell. Some of y'all churn belong in prison. Some of y'all churn belong in juvenile prison. I don't even know if it's real, but we're gonna get to it in a second. We're gonna get into it because I heard about how them churn did that Houston Rodeo. They out of pocket. We'll get into that. MLK. We're going to get into who he was really friends with, who his real allies were. And we know it was the orange juice people. But we're going to get a couple of videos in so y'all can see it for yourselves. And then we got Africa. And not all of Africa, but the most loudest ones of Africa continuing trying to claim Black American culture. It is just so weird. But we're going to get into that and a few other things. Make sure y'all get the likes up on the video. Shout out to everybody in the building. Also, babe. It's definitely the new wave. Make sure you guys cop your babe gear on the VoodooDollTVShop.com. That's VoodooDollTVShop.com. Let me pin this link to the top of the chat so you guys can get it. Hold on. I'm sorry. I have to mess my ad. Give me 1 second. But yeah, y'all get the likes up on the video, please, and thank you. And also hit up VoodooDollTVShop.com, like I said, for your gear. Girl, I know I ain't do all this just to get in here. All right. Let me here it is. Pin. Yeah, here it is. It's pinned at the top of the chat. So make sure y'all catch in with your girl. Babe is the new wave. It's Black Americans versus everybody. It really is the new wave. It's kind of like what we have to be on, okay? So make sure y'all do that. Get the likes up on the video. Let's get into a few honorable mentions, please. I think that would be dope. Let's get into a few honorable mentions. You know, I hate that I missed y'all yesterday, which, like I said, I didn't necessarily plan on getting you guys yesterday because I wasn't gonna make it in time for a morning jokes. By the time I would have got home and did everything anyway, it wouldn't have been no good. But I just hate that I spent it literally takes a 40-minute flight from New Orleans to Atlanta. I need y'all to understand. It is a 40-minute flight from New Orleans to Atlanta. And that 40-minute flight literally took me, I got to the airport about 9. That 40-minute flight took me 8 hours. Maybe even 9. So, yeah. You know what I'm saying? What's on my t-shirt? Believe. So, I was in New Orleans. Shout out to the city. And they had this brother selling shirts on the side of the road. And it says, Believe. He was a young brother. And I stopped and copped out about 2-3 shirts because I'm supporting. I need some, you know, and also too, I believe in sowing the seed and, you know, you get it back. You know what I'm saying? I'm selling merch. I didn't even tell him I sold merch. I just, you know, sewing stuff and I thought it was dope. But yeah, this is him. It's called Believe. I don't know if that's the name of the line. I don't know. He didn't give me a card or anything. If you find him on Instagram, remember, tell him Voodoo sent you. But I did wear his shirt. I think it's dope. I got a black one and a gray one. I got a purple, a black one, and a green one. It's dope. I love the design. I love the design. And purple, yes, mirror. Purple is always beautiful on black people. You know how I go. Okay. How them girls go, clock it. Whatever. All right, let's get into a few of the things. Now, first and foremost, We have to start off with unfortunate news. Hold on. We got to start off with some unfortunate news. Man, Keke Shepherd done passed. We got to throw a repass. Hold on, girl. We ain't had a repass in a while now. Because everybody that's been dying, we just been like, oh. And then we've been moving on. But T.D. Keke, that's our auntie. Y'all remember Keke Shepherd from the Showtime at the Apollo? It is showtime at the Apollo. Can't you feel the heat? It is showtime. Oh, get into the groove. Whoa, and make your body move. The Apollo. Man, Keke done went on to glory, bruh. Man, Keke had to be about 100. How old was Keke? She gone, y'all. We gotta do a repass. It said Keke Shepherd, the longtime co-host of Showtime at the Apollo, who founded the KIS Foundation in 2006 to raise awareness about sickle cell disease, has died at 74. Man, rest in peace to Miss Keke Shepherd. Man, that lady raised us. Man, stop acting crazy. The Clears had Vanna White. Girl, we had Keke Shepherd. Don't play with no us. Girl, what is you saying? The Clears had stick-figured, what a lady name was, Vanna White. Girl, we was down here at the Apollo and Keke was serving the looks every time she came out. Girl, she raised us. She raised us. At least my age group. I'm born in 83. She raised me. You see what I'm saying? She put a hand in raising me. So rest in peace to our auntie, bro, Keke Shepherd. Man, that hurt me. That hit me hard. That hit me real hard. And look how beautiful she looked. Man, that hit me hard, man. If y'all know anything about Showtime at the Apollo, you know when I was a little girl, I used to think, I never wanted to go, but I used to just have visions of me going on that stage. I don't know why. And I felt like I wasn't going to get booed. You see what I'm saying? But yeah, man, rest in peace to Keke Shepherd. She was the co-host of Showtime at the Apollo. And like I say, if you are in my age group or before, where we used to get up Saturday morning and watch Soul Train, then you know about Keke Shepherd. Rest in peace to the beautiful, beautiful Miss Keke Shepherd. We definitely need to get our repass things in order. We who the last person we did a repass for? Was it OJ? I think OJ was the last repass we set up. I think that was. Yes, it was. It was OJ. It was OJ. So it's time to set up another one. You know, the people who died between OJ and 9, we don't really care. So we wasn't really worried about it. But now that it's Keke, we got to set up we got to set up the repass. So y'all gather your things, see what y'all gonna bring. Y'all already know the drill. I'll do the primary meets, but make sure y'all bring all of the fixings and all that. We need a DJ. We definitely. Malcolm Jamal. We did one for. And we did one for Frankie. We did. So we did more after that. OJ, Frankie, Malcolm Jamal. We did a few. So y'all already know what it is. Leave your children at home if they don't know how to act. If you're bringing kids, bring 3 cases of juices and know your children can't get none of the grown folks' food. We got bouncy houses for them. I need whoever know how to really cook, make the potato salad. We don't have time for this other stuff. We need meatballs, sandwiches, fried chicken wings. What else we need? Potato chips and hot dogs for them churn. I need 2 DJs because this is going to be a big one. There's going to be a big repass. All of Harlem going to pull up. So we need 2 DJs, definitely 2 DJs. I need a few people to perform security, 3 snipers for anybody coming in with patty pies, and napkins and plates. And all of the fixings in between. Y'all already know what it is. Who working the grill? That's a good question. I need at least 6 people on the grill. I need at least 6 grills because there's a lot of people coming. People going to be flying in from all over the place. So I need at least 6 people who know how to work real good. Them big grill, the ones that you make at home. The ones that look like we need the kind of grill that look like a barrel. One of them grills. Yeah. Somebody with a big old belly. We need 6 of y'all. Please, we need y'all on the grill. Rest in peace to the Keke Shepherd, man. Yeah, that I ain't gonna lie, I saw that last night. I was like, oh man, that hit. It don't hit hard, but it hit. You know what I'm saying? So Rest in peace to the beautiful Kiki Shepherd. Rest in peace to the beautiful Kiki Shepherd. So we got to move on. Now that we got that out of the way, y'all, with these repasses, they just been coming, huh? God been calling our people home. Yes, he have. He been calling them home. On the glory, Lord. Some of them, God ain't called them. Some of them, I don't know where they going, but God didn't call them. Who just passed? God didn't call. Joce. Let me stop. Because this ain't about who we like versus who we didn't like. I'm just saying, everybody ain't, you know what I'm saying? Kiki going on with the Lord. I don't know about Joce. I don't know. We'll get to him later. You know, I don't know. I highly doubt it. I highly doubt Joce is going to be with the Most High. But I'm not nobody to say, because so let me just not overstep my bounds. But I just highly doubt it, you know. Now let's move on. Now, have y'all seen the people have been dragging baldhead Tiana. Now, Tiana Taylor, I've been seeing her a lot in a lot of rooms that I hadn't seen her before. Okay. And first of all, she's always stunning. She's always beautiful as usual. But baldhead Tiana has been rubbing shoulders with a lot of upscale clears. You know what I'm saying? She's been on her Academy, Oscar, you know, I want to be with the girls, you know, type of time. And I've been paying attention, squinting my eyes, yet and still paying attention. And then somebody on TikTok did this video and said that this girl here, Tiana, is a pick-me. I didn't say it. This is what the people on TikTok said. They say Tiana is a pick-me and that she sold her soul to get into those rooms with these people and that she's been showing her ASS ever since. And so ever since I see the TikTok video, ever since, I'll see a Tiana video and then I'll stop and pay attention. And I've been noticing she has been over the top lately. Is it me? Am I the only one noticing that these viral moments these viral moments from Tiana Taylor has been a bit head scratch worthy, at least, at the very least? I don't know. But then I saw this video and she's going off on a security guard talking about that's a woman. And I'm over here saying, why is she trying so hard? And then the TikTok video came into play in my mind and I said, oh, so she's playing into whatever them people were saying on TikTok. Now, again, I don't know if it's true. I'm just telling y'all what the people on TikTok said. They say she out there selling her coochie, her booty hole, and every hole she got to get in the rooms with the people. They say she want to be the next Dirty Dandridge or something like that. I don't know. They say the bitch trying to be what's that lady name? She trying to be all the old Hollywood girls. And they say she done gave every nook and cranny to get it. So I don't know. We're going to get into this video where she was over there going off on a security guard. And like I said, I don't know if it's true. I just saw it and it kind of played into the stereotype. It says, moments after the 2026 Oscars broadcast ended, singing actress Tiana Taylor was involved in a heated exchange with the security guard inside the Dolby Theater. According to sources who spoke with TMZ, the confrontation began as Taylor attempted to return to the stage following the ceremony. The moment reportedly occurred seconds after the show wrapped, while attendees and cast members were still moving around backstage. Taylor had been trying to head back on stage for the Best Picture photo with her one battle after another co-star. However, the situation escalated when the security guard allegedly blocked her path while she was attempting to access the stage area. Now, let's get into Tiana with the extraness.
Because he's putting his hands on the female. What's he doing? He literally shoved me. He wasn't even her. He was even shoving her. He just said us. Everybody's still going to have to. Everybody's having the same time. But you shoved me. That's a different story. You can say no and get it. You're a man putting your hands on the female.
Now, let me be clear. It could very well be a situation where Tiana Taylor was really played with. And this is really her genuine reaction. I don't want to take that off the table because it could very well be that. But I'm saying, I don't know if maybe it's bad that I saw that TikTok video. Then I started seeing Tiana videos. And then every time I see her videos, she doing the most or whatever. I don't know. It could very well be so. But ultimately, yeah, she looked amazing. First of all, Tiana Taylor is like a sculpture, head to toe. From the crown of her head to the bottom of her feet, that girl is a sculpture. Even her bone structure in her face, she is beyond gorgeous to me. Everybody's different. I know some people are like, oh, she look masculine. You don't understand beauty. She's gorgeous. But anyways, I'm thinking that, like I said, maybe it could be me putting those two together because I saw the TikTok video. Why y'all saying she was drunk? She be getting drunk? You know what I'm saying? What's going on? But I don't know if I don't know if I'm putting the two and two together because I saw the video and then I see multiple videos of her either extra on the carpet or getting into it and stuff like that. Or maybe she is planning to it. But I do know how Hollywood works, and I do know in order to get up in those spaces, you got to sell your ass. You got to do it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. All I know is, Tiana, girl, you look good, but they say you're out there acting real bad. They say you're acting some bad out there, girl. The people is talking about your bald head teeth. They say you're doing the most. The people say you are doing the most. Now let's move on. I don't really give a damn about no damn Tiana. Her children are beautiful though. Rue and what's the other little girl name? Beautiful children. War. We're at war. And do you know, I just found out my nephew and my brother, my nephew just went off to the army last month. And my baby brother, he about to go. I just found this out Saturday. War. Black America has fought in every single war, forced or unforced. And it turns out we're going to be fighting in the next one. But remember, we spoke about this maybe a year or so ago on the channel when I used to do the morning Joce and the call. Y'all remember the ones where I used to be Joce in the call. You feel what I'm saying? And we were struggle streaming, but them Joces was the best. But when we spoke about this before, I told y'all that what's going to happen is they're going to draft everybody. And it's not necessarily always boots on the ground, but it definitely is that. I also told y'all that while I wouldn't recommend, I wouldn't recommend going into the military because I believe that what Malcolm X said, not Malcolm, but him too. But I believe what Muhammad Ali said when he said black man ain't got no place in the white man's military. I think this war, if y'all don't know any other war, should be proof of that because this is a war that Black America has absolutely zero to do with. However, we seem to be the first ones drafted because that's normally how it goes. They're not going to draft the me-holes because most of them is undocumented anyway. They're coming to get me and you and our kids. You know what I'm saying? So here it is. We got this war over there in them people place in the middle of the East or whatever. And now they over here drafting with all of these people. Be careful because they drafting children from ages 18 to 26, boys and girls. Okay, so let's get into it. It says Congress consider adding women to the mandatory U.S. military draft. We spoke about it before. There's definitely they already said that they were putting the draft back in place, and it is from 18 to 26. If you are between the ages of 18 and 26, your ass could be drafted. Why they showing black women TBT? Because they the most in the military. People don't like to talk about how many black women join the military. I believe it's more black women in that than white, to be honest. It's more clear men in the military. But I believe there's more black women. Listen to me. I need y'all to hear me out. There's definitely more clear men in the military. But I believe that there are way more black women in the military than we like to have the conversation about. Because a lot of black women join the military a lot of times for kids. You got to take care of families and things of that nature. So if somebody asking why they only showing black women, it could be a multitude of things. Number one, if that's the Army, it's a crap ton of black women in there. Way more black than white. And then number two, also for advertising, they're showing you who they coming to get. So you know who they coming to get. Remember, I told y'all they're not going to get me holding them. They're not going to get the Native Americans. They're not going to get Miho. They're not going to get Su Young. They're not going to get Maria. They're not going to get them. No, they're coming to get us. This is why I tell y'all to do your genealogy so we can go get what the country owes to us. Because there's no way we need to be the first fighting in these wars, but the last compensated and everything else. Okay? Anyways, so we already knew that they would come and get the boys, and then they were already talking about come and get the girls, and now it's said that they're definitely coming and get the girls. Okay? Yeah, I blame feminism for this too. That's why I went off on Clarissa Shields the way that I went off on her, wanting to fight that man. Because even though you may be selfishly thinking, I don't care, this is what I want to do, what happens is once that successfully happens, it becomes the new norm. And yes, it was a bunch of clear, bull-dagging, buzz-cutting feminists who went up to the military swearing to God they want to be on the front line. And now here we are, and some dumbass black women who thought they were being progressive hopped onto the bandwagon, and now here we are. Because they're not going to get all them bulldagging clears. They come and get all you feminine women, black women. You got to know it. You got to know it. So yeah. That's why I went off on Clarissa the way that I did, because I understand that you doing this is going to affect women behind you. And it's the same thing here. The feminists went up there and said they wanted to go fight at the war, and now they come and get nigger gals. They ain't going to get them clear gals. They coming to draft the nigger gals. Welcome to the party. You're late. Okay, now let's get into this article really quickly. It says lawmakers in the United States Congress are debating a proposal that will require women to register for the military draft, just like men currently must. Right now, only men between the ages of 18 and 25, 26, are required to sign up with the selective service system. But some legislators argue that expanding registration to women would make the system more equal and reflective of modern role of women serving in the military. You hear that word equal? Black women? All that feminists, we want to be equal. There you go. Even if Congress changes the rule, it does not mean a draft will begin immediately. A military draft can only happen if Congress and the president approve activating it during a national emergency. If it were ever used, the system would likely rely on a lottery based on birth dates, similar to processes used during the Vietnam War. And it's asked for thoughts. Well, we all know what happened in the Vietnam War. It was a suicide mission. The men who didn't die in Vietnam came back home and died. Some of them went on to live in their 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, and 70s. But they ultimately died from that war in Vietnam. And that's the very war that they used to draft young black men. Now, because of the equal rights, as some clear boy told me before, now they're saying since y'all hoes want to be equal, even though it was mostly clear women who went up there, but a lot of black women rallied with their energy behind it. Now they're not going to go draft all those little bulldagging clears. They're going to get some of them, but for the mass majority of the people that they're going to go draft is going to be black, young black mothers. Watch. It is never meant for women to be equal to men. It was never meant for that. And I don't know what equal looks like to you. Equal may look when a man have more than a woman, or maybe it's meant for the woman to have more than a man. But it was never meant for Black American women to be equal to men. It just wasn't. It just wasn't. And y'all can windmill on each other in the comments. I'm not going to tongue wrestle with you about it. I'm telling you now, it was never meant, not by design. Even in nature, feminine and masculine are not equal. Even in nature, feminine and masculine are not equal. But go ahead on and windmill. These clear bulldagging women done bucked up a whole bunch of black women to believe that they want to be equal. There you go. There you go. That's what equal looks like. And remember, equal is never equal in your eyes. It's always equal what they want. Equal of the demonic stuff. Equal of the evil. Equal of the nasty. Equal of all of that. See, you fighting for it thinking you're going to get equal pay at the job. No. Yeah, you're going to get equal pay at the job, all right. You about to get some equal pay at the job, okay. And you're going to be doing the same thing that man over there doing. So, yeah, they're definitely going to draft young black girls. And you know, a lot of us are mothers. They're not going to care. They're going to say, oh, we're not going to send them off to the horrible places, but you'll definitely go. And you're going to be away from your kids. And even if you don't die there, just like in Vietnam, even if you don't die at the war, you'll just come back home to die. It's the truth. Somebody stop me when I start lying. I've met Vietnam veterans in their 70s and 80s that still suffered mentally from what happened in the 70s. So I'm saying all that to say they didn't die in Vietnam. They just came back home to die slow. These men, some of these men still waking up when cold sweats, PTSD. They can't do this, can't do that. The guy that I used to date, his father was a Vietnam vet. And he said when he was young, whenever his daddy would spaz out from these Vietnam situations and these traumas and stuff, he said his mama would just say, don't worry about it. He's gone back to Vietnam. That's what I mean when I say they either died over there in Vietnam or they came back to America to die slow. That's going to be the same thing happen about this one. It's unfortunate, but it's the truth. It's going to be the same situation. They either going to die over there, wherever they send them, or they're going to come back home to die slow. Does that make sense? It's unfortunate, but it's true. We got to be very, very careful, black people, black Americans, men and women. We have to be very careful because these are the traps that the enemy set all the time. Oh, no, they dangle it in front of you with convenience, not telling you what's really behind it. Okay? And for those of you who didn't know, yes, we are at war. This is wartime. We've been in wartime since 2020. Before that, but definitely 2020, it was a biochemical war called COVID. Oops, sorry I dropped the bomb. Let's move on, because y'all just figuring out we at war. Girl, welcome to the party. Y'all late as hell. Girl, we been at war. We been at war. Y'all just got here. We been at war. Come again. Now, yes, depopulation is very real, TBT. Absolutely. Willie, thank you so much for the super chat. Says it's going to be so bad that America is going to start using artificial humans to fight wars in the future. Oh, yeah. Y'all ever seen the beginning of Terminator? I told y'all go watch the movies. In the beginning of the Terminator movie, I don't know if it was 1 or 2. Remember at the beginning, they had the robots, the iron people fighting what it seemed like to be, I guess now that I can think about it, what would be like either some space stuff or AI. Yeah. See, by the time they get us in our, by the time they get the people, and I don't care what color you is, by the time they get us in our little 15-minute cities, by the time they get us in there, then they'll be able to have the AI and the robots work the streets. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Demolition Man, all of the movies. Go back and watch it. That's where we about to go. So once they get us in our 15-minute prisons, they'll have the AI and the robot people work the streets. So then when we go to war, we won't have to sign up because then they'll do it. But then the thing is, you'll be heavily under their control. Go back and watch those movies. Go back and watch those. I'm telling you now, if you want to know what's happening, go watch movies from the 80s and beyond, 90s and beyond. That's how you'll know. Go watch some movies from the 90s and beyond. Apply it where it fits, and then you'll get your answers. I promise you. Let's move on to something a little more funny. We don't have to allow them to do it. We don't. Trust me. Somebody say, why we have to allow them to do it? We don't. And we won't. Stay tuned. That's why I'm telling y'all to wake up and go do your genealogy. You see what I'm saying? That's why I'm telling y'all to go ground and meditate and pray. You get it? When I talk to y'all about spiritual warfare, all of that goes into play. That's all hand in hand, okay? Now, speaking of something funny, did y'all see the boy from Pretty Ricky, the fat boy from Pretty Ricky? He had fell on stage and everybody started laughing at him. Now, which one is this, Baby Blue? Let me tell y'all something. I've never been a fan of Pretty Ricky. I never saw it. I remember they came to the Teen Summit, and I remember they came on stage singing their song, and I remember all the girls going crazy. I never understood it. I never liked them. Like, I mean, I just never thought they was like they wasn't. I would never date not one person in this group. Not one. They looked retarded. Does that make sense? I don't mean to be mean. I'm going to just be real. You know, the name didn't match the group. Their name was Pretty Ricky, but all of them was ugly except the lead singer. But like I say, he was guilty by association. So he might as well have been ugly with the rest of them niggas. Them niggas look IEP. They did. They did to me. And I used to watch the girls go crazy. And I used to think something was wrong with me because I didn't get it. I used to be like, okay. You know, whatever, cool. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, Baby Blue, one of the members, he was on stage. You know, they was doing the Millennium Tour. That's the tour with Bow Wow and Omarion that they do every year. And, you know, they added Pretty Ricky. For y'all who don't know who the Millennium Tour is, that's a tour for all of those boys who was popping in the Millennium when it was 12, 13, 14, 16, you know, whatever. Now they old and fat. And Baby Blue was on stage, and this is how he looked, and this is what happened.
Captain Bling dreams, but this isn't about me. Because love because the way that you were shaking me, never about teasing me, always about pleasing me. I feel your body at its climax, you feel the buzz. So baby, close your mind and just
I would just like to say that these videos prove that there was absolutely nothing wrong with me. There was something wrong with y'all. Bitch. These niggas look so bad. And I don't give a damn how many years later, these niggas look so bad. There was never nothing wrong with me. It was something wrong with y'all. All of y'all who was running behind Pretty Ricky, they look a mess. And they used to look like that to me back then. Yeah, they wasn't as fat, but still, they looked at the same to me back then. Yeah, he didn't fall, but it still looked at the same. Girl, and I know his shin. Girl, I know his shin, he damn near wanted to be amputated. Girl, they looked it so bad. And like I say, I wasn't wrong. I was just early. Girl, please. They look a mess. And they used to look like that to me then. And they didn't used to do nothing to look like that. They just gave off dirty vibes. Like they came out the Pork and Beans project. No shade. Shout out to the Pork and Beans. You know, like Trick Daddy little cousins. You know? Like they used to eat liver cheese sandwiches. For real. Like, I don't know. They just wasn't the ones for me. Okay? Now, and he just so punk. It's a punk. Look, it's a punk. Yeah, them hips don't lie. I'm undenied, my hips don't lie, and I started to feel it's right. It ain't so. Yeah, them hips don't lie, baby. You know, I'm undenied, my hips don't lie. Anyway, y'all was on here fat shaming the boy Baby Blue, and he came on here to say that y'all was hating because this is what a real man looks like. Unfortunately, let's get into it.
Body shaming niggas now. You feel me? I'm up here, the multi-platinum, getting that bread on stage, you know, shirt off. But guess what? I look like what your daddy looked like. I look like what your stepdaddy looked like. That's your mama. I look like what a lot of these look like. That's your girlfriend behind your back, dog. You feel me? Just this would get money look like. That's getting money look like this. Yeah, that got high self-esteem, that they getting that chicken, they getting that bread, don't fuck by all that extra shit. Yeah, going to the gym, shit cool, nigga feel like doing it, but right now, I'm on the road getting this money. I ain't worried about all that. You feel me? It's just a PSA announcement for anybody out there who thought I gave
My boy said, y'all gonna stop playing with him. He said, this is what your daddy look like, your stepdaddy. And you know, if we was 16, that would be cool. But baby blue, we your age. You're not supposed to look like our stepdaddy. That's the problem. I think that's where the disconnect at, blue. You not supposed to look like our daddy and our stepdaddy. Because we all the same age. I think again, communication is key. Communication is key. And this is why communication is very important. You know what I'm saying? He missed that part, but it's all right. We're here. And it's unfortunate that a lot of men are pregnant nowadays. And this is no shade. I don't mind a pregnant man. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not about to sit up here and act like I give a damn if a nigga got a six-pack. Don't. Y'all know I like me a medium ugly nigga anyway. You feel what I'm saying? I like my nigga slightly ugly. No shade. So, you know what I'm saying? I don't have no problem with baby blue. Personally. But if you gonna be in the group Pretty Ricky and you supposed to be out here, you feel what I'm saying? Like a sex symbol, then you look a mess. And you look so bad, and it's okay. You just gotta eat that. And when did niggas started saying that they getting body shamed? Who gonna be the new niggas? Oh, my bad, the girls. I forgot. I just asked who was gonna be the new niggas, and I realized the women are the new niggas. But I just hate that you got on here and said we body shamed you. Not me, because I didn't know it. But if I did know, yes, I would have been in there body shaming you too. And yes, sir, you looked at a mess. You too young to look like that. It's no shade. You are too young to be looking like you 70. You too young to look like you work the grill. We in our 40s, baby. Baby blue is my age. Too young to look like he worked the grill. Said what I said. Okay? The grill is for the men in the mid to late 50s and up. Them the men, you feel what I'm saying? Who got families and whatnot. You too young, baby blue. You look a mess. You look a mess. You look so bad, and that's okay. It's all about acknowledgement, okay? But anyway, he then came back. I guess he had a change of heart. And I think he realized, I think he went back and saw his own self. Sometimes the mirror will help you. And now he said he working out. My boy Baby Blue said, y'all called me a fat, funky, nasty, cheesy hoe. Now I'm out here working out. Shout out to my boy Baby Blue. That's what I'm talking about. Self-correction. Let's get into it.
If you don't believe in yourself, ain't nobody else gonna believe in you. You gotta show them up. You believe in yourself first. Yeah, everybody can talk shit, but I'm out here doing something about it. I'm out here putting the work in.
There you go. Start with a little cardio, my boy. You need some cardio. All that's cool, but you need some cardio, my boy. If Blue walks for 15 minutes every day, he'll lose 10 pounds in a week. That nigga, because men's metabolism is like that. If Blue walked for 15 minutes, 5 days straight, not even 7. If Blue cut back on like cold drinks, I don't know if he drank soda or whatever. If that nigga would cut back on one thing and walk for 15 minutes, 5 days straight, he'll lose 10 pounds. Easy. It's cool. Heel toeing and all of that. But you need some cardio, my boy. You definitely need some cardio. But I love the fact that he's taking the initiative to get healthy. He probably at first was in his feelings like, man, them niggas hating on me. I know how it go. I'm like that. The niggas give you some criticism. At first you be like, man, niggas just hating. You know, whoop. You start talking about them and all of that. And then after that calms down, the real life hits you and you be like, you know what? I ain't gonna lie. I do look bad. And then you start looking back and you be like, they ain't lying. Sometimes niggas don't like coming back and telling y'all that. So the fact that he did and he's coming back and he's getting his life together, I love it. Shout out to Baby Blue. But I'm going to say this. I don't care how much weight he lose. That group's still going to look so bad to me. I don't give a damn. Do you hear me? Baby Blue wasn't the reason why the group looked bad. The group looked bad because the group looked bad. And that's just that. Okay? The group looks bad because the group looks bad. And that's just that on that. Now, y'all know what the Super Sunday, y'all. I want to show y'all a little bit of Super Sunday. I did, and this is going to lead into the next topic. Well, I don't know if it'll lead into the next topic, but I did go to Super Sunday, y'all. It is a cultural event in New Orleans. Yesterday was Super Sunday Uptown. They should have one coming up downtown if I haven't missed it. But as y'all can see, here are some of the people. I was out there in the midst of some of this stuff. The Indians came out. Y'all seen this brother. He's been going viral here lately. He sang that song, I've been sewing, hustling, working for the Mardi Gras Carnival in New Orleans. I'm outside. Everybody talking. Matter of fact, let me pull it up. Everybody talking about, boy, you're so cold. It's only one Super Sunday. It ain't the Super Bowl. He gave me a good little look on my camera when I had him in front of me. He seemed like a cool dude. I forget his name though. Hold on, let me pull him up so y'all can see him a little bit better. Hold on, y'all. Here you go. Can y'all see this? Can y'all see this picture? If you can hardly see it, but this is him. He's been going viral recently because he has this single. I can't remember the name of the song. We Outside. That's the name of the song. We Outside. I shared it on my Twitter. Make sure y'all go check this out. But this brother is an Indian, Black American, but Indian, in New Orleans, and he one of the big Indians. And like I said, he's been going viral.
Someone hustling, working for the Mardi Gras Carnival in New Orleans. I'm outside. Everybody talking about, boy, you so cold. It's only one Super Sunday. It ain't the Super Bowl.
So you can see that. You feel what I'm saying? But he been doing his big one. That's who I saw out there. I hope they don't flag me. If not, whatever. But that's who I saw out there. That's him. He's really, really cool. It was a lot of Indians. A lot of y'all don't know what the Super Sunday is about. But basically, it's about a whole bunch of tribes, Indian tribes, and they all meet, or they're supposed to walk from wherever they are and meet up in the park where they do all the challenges and all that stuff. A lot of people get to judge not, I don't like to call it a costume because it's not, but the outfits and all of that stuff. A lot of people won't like to give us our accolades for what it is, but this is true Indian culture. This is Black American culture. The reason why Black Americans all over the world, when they come here, they love this culture so much is because, like I tell y'all before, your soul remembers. You may not be remembering, but your soul always remember. That's why Black Americans have an affinity to certain places like New Orleans in the city, and we were one of the places that was able to curate our culture to this magnitude for this moment. So I just had a great time yesterday. You know who else I ran into? That light-skinned girl. That light-skinned girl who tried the gumbo and went viral. I ran into her and she basically said it tastes like beef stew. But anyway, we'll get to that in a minute. But ultimately, I need y'all to understand the reason you love this culture so much is because your soul remembers. Not because you may not remember. In your conscious mind, you might just be like, oh, it's so pretty. I love it. I love it. But your soul remembers. Let me show y'all something. Let me show you how you know your soul remembers. I'm going to give you proof that your souls remember this stuff. And this is why you have such an affinity to this. Give me 1 second. I just saw it too. Hold on. All right. So here's a picture of an Indian. This is a picture of an Indian, that the ones that we see today, right? Now, remember, if y'all pay attention to the outfit that these Indians wear, I tell you, they all tell stories. They all tell stories. And they'll always have historic stuff done on their costumes. Well, one of the inspirations, or two of the inspirations, are Mayan inspired as far as their costumes, because you do know we were the ancient Mayans too. But if you look at the costume today, this is today's costume, and you look at some of these ancient statues from costumes of yesteryears, from Aztec and Mayan traditions, then you will see that this is absolute exact mirror of the culture that happened thousands of years ago. I tell Black America this all the time. I come on here and I say, Black America, your traditions and your culture does not start at slavery. They lie lie to you to rewrite your story and tell you you're something else. Your culture is something you've been doing for thousands of years. I've been telling you this. And people will sit up here and tell you that it comes from West Africa, it comes from here, it comes from there. And every time you go do the paperwork on this stuff, you realize this culture only brings you back to America, to this landmass. None of it brings you back to Africa. The only thing brings you back to Africa is word of mouth. But everything comes back to here. There's no way somebody's going to tell me that these Indians aren't a full replica of what the ancient Mayans and other people were doing. Not only that, pay attention to their outfits. A whole bunch of it is Mayan inspired. They have ancient Mayan doggone, what do you call it? They be having like ancient Mayan designs in their stuff and everything. So we are those people. Once you guys get into your own personal genealogy, it's going to open up so many doors. It's going to open up so much for y'all to see. But you got to get your genealogy done, okay? You have to get it. You have to get it. Yeah, I heard Umar. Somebody said Umar going crazy because we know where we come from. Of course he is. You know why? It's hurting his pocketbook. Y'all better wake up. Y'all better wake up. A lot of these people that's been on here teaching y'all has been teaching y'all certain things for a reason. Munions. I keep telling y'all that. So the Umars of the world are really panicking because what happens is if you start doing your genealogy, then all of the stuff they've been teaching you goes out of the window. Then you have no use for them and that money dries up. It's about nothing other than the pocketbook. I need y'all to understand that. Ain't no money in what I'm teaching you. I don't get, matter of fact, the bulk of my money don't even come from this channel. Ain't no money in what I'm telling you. I don't get paid. I hope y'all know this. These morning Joces be really pure off the heart. I don't get paid nowhere near as much money as I should be getting paid to be up here Monday through Friday. But I do it because I want to and because the Most High put it on my heart to wake up people and tell them who we are. That's why I get on here every day telling y'all, do y'all genealogy. I'm telling y'all, them people who've been telling y'all otherwise have made a lot of money off of telling y'all that. This is why they're panicking. This is why Umar and a few others, I ain't gonna say no names, but a few of them are starting to panic, okay? Know that. I need y'all to know that. I need y'all to know that. I'm just saying. I need y'all to know why you're going through a lot of the things that you're going through. You know what I'm saying? And who's teaching it? Who's giving you this information? What do they get from giving you this information? I know what I get from telling you to do your genealogy. Not a damn thing. Not a damn thing. Hell, YouTube won't even monetize half these Morning Joe's videos. So you know I ain't getting nothing. I'm working off of super chats and love. Shout out to me. Okay. Let's move on. Y'all remember the strip club thing? Then we got to move on into the show. But y'all remember the strip club thing? This dude, D1, he had ended up doing his part in making sure that the NBA Magic City Monday theme didn't go on in Atlanta because they wanted to invite the strip club there to serve wings and t-shirts. Well, D1, who's a rapper from New Orleans, he used to be a gangster rapper or I guess, I don't know. But either way, he turned his life over to God years and years ago. He ended up, along with other people, writing to the NBA saying that, hey, y'all, we're not going to do this. This is a family-friendly event. And we're not really appreciative of the fact that y'all inviting strippers there because there are time and places, which is the absolute truth. Now, one thing I learned, even on my personal Facebook, because y'all know I'm from New Orleans, there are a lot of people who are mad with D1. People hate D1. They hate him because he calls out the wrong. There are people who were sending this boy death threats. D1, because he had Magic City Monday, or at least he said he had a part in having Magic City Monday shut down. Now, this is the worst part. I've seen people on Facebook, I hate Facebook, but I've seen people on Facebook rationalize the fact that D1 shouldn't have said nothing because why is he minding the business of those people over there in Atlanta? That's them people business. This nigga make me sick. This nigga get on my nerve. I see why niggas don't rock with this nigga. This nigga, Niggas don't like when you interrupt they bull. And D1 apparently has a mission from whoever, from the Most High, whoever his God is, who I believe is the Most High, to upset all of this. And that's what he's been doing. This is why rappers can't stand him, because he was the one who was advocating for saying, get rid of drill music. He's the one, he is the guy that comes in and he puts the damper on the party. He's the dude, all the kids in there underage drinking. He the one come in saying, I'm ratting on all y'all. Does that make sense? That's what his job is in hip hop. His job in hip hop is while all of these kids is in here underage drinking, he supposed to come in and say, oh, I'm telling. And it drives everybody crazy, okay? Well, like I said, he's gotten death threats and even people threatening to beat him up. Why? Because he done did another video in front of the Pink Pony Strip Club. Basically, in the video, entailed him, the song talks about asking these strip club owners how would they feel if their daughter was on the pole. And because he did this video in front of the strip club, now the strip club owner is threatening him as well. Let's get into I like D1. I know a lot of niggas don't like him, but I like D1. And I like what he's doing. He's upsetting the upset, is what they say, huh? Let's get into it.
Hey guys, this is Mike, and Mike owns the Pink Pony Strip Club, and Mike is mad at D1. Mike sent me a message and said, you are served with criminal trespass warning. Come back on the property, will be arrested. Mike, I love you very much, my brother. I don't love strip clubs at all. And I'm sure that you saw my video, but I would ask you to look within. And do you really think that God, such a great God, gave you life and gave you these amazing business skills to own a strip club where women are sexually objectified, where women are coming there to dance because they're in a financially desperate situation, to where they're so often leaving with PTSD, and there's so many negative impacts to them, seeing that their primary form of worth and value in this world is them having to get naked on the pole. I want you to think about that, bro. And also, you're talking about getting me arrested. I want you to ask yourself this. I don't know how to say this. Okay, I'll just say it.
I bet you wouldn't want your daughter on that pole. No. I bet you wouldn't want your daughter on that pole. No. I bet you wouldn't want your daughter on that pole. No.
So that's D1. Like I said, I think his mission is to come in and upset the upset. He makes valid points. Hey, while you up in here defending the right to have a strip club, look at what it's doing to women. Now, I'm of the belief that good and evil does have to exist. And if strip clubs fall under evil, I do believe that they have to exist. But I also believe that D1 is right and within his rights to say that it's wrong. And do a strip club song in front of the strip club saying you wouldn't want your daughter on the pole, because obviously he wouldn't. You get it? But they want to threaten to arrest him. This man done got death threats. Niggas done threatened to beat him up from Atlanta and New Orleans, all because, like I said, to me, he's upsetting the upset. Like, and again, it could be up for debate. Some people might feel like, leave the Pink Pony alone. They over there minding their business. Them people ain't got nothing to do with you. And I can see that. I can see that, D1, like, leave them people alone. But maybe God put it on his heart to go over there and do that. It ain't my place to say he wrong, because what he's saying is 100% right. So it ain't my place to say he wrong. Shout out to D1. A lot of people want his head for messing with the strip club stuff. That goes to show you a lot about the people we dealing with, y'all. That shows you a lot about the people we're dealing with. Let's move on. Now I want to get into this Brandy bit. Have y'all been paying attention? So apparently Brandy, the singer, I want to be down, Brandy. Moesha, you know, on the show, Moesha, Brandy was a thot. Moesha was a thot. Y'all knew that on the show? She kept her old man, and she was like 14. She kept her boyfriend. She was a thot pocket. Yes, she was. Apparently, that was her real life. Y'all remember Shyne from Bad Boy? What kind of nigga should the bad boy? You know the nigga sound like he got a cough. You know the nigga who really from Belize, who looked like Barack Obama. Yeah. The nigga who took the charge when Diddy had popped that girl in the club. So apparently back in the 90s, Brandy had her way. Shout out to Brandy. This is no shade, but Brandy had all of the guys. Apparently her milkshake brought all the boys to the yard. If y'all don't know it, Brandy went to the prom with Kobe. I remember that. Brandy dated Kobe. She dated Wanye from Boys to Men. Brandy dated Mase. I didn't know it at the time when they was doing the song Sitting on Top of the World that they was smushing. I didn't know. But apparently she was sitting on top of more than Mace's world. Okay, so she was sleeping with Mase. She was messing with Shyne. Girl, Brandy had her way. Brandy had her way, baby. Brandy did not let back from giving out the cooch. No shade. And you know what? I'm not mad at Brandy, as she should. If I could sing like that, I'd probably give my coochie away too. I don't even know why that even go together, but somehow I feel like it makes sense. So hear me out. Apparently, Brandy was messing with Mase, and behind Mase's back, she was messing with Shyne. But Shyne didn't know that Mase was messing with Brandy because Mase never said nothing. So when he got excited messing with Brandy, he went to tell his partner, who's a mutual friend of Mase, and the partner went back and told Mase, and Mase was like, whole time, he don't know I'm dicking the bitch down too. You feel what I'm saying? So now Shyne was like, you can't be dicking down the love of my life. I love that girl. And then he went back to Brandy, and Brandy was like, nigga, you ratting on me? Yeah, it's a wrap. So that's what I got from the video. It seems to me Shyne, he saw Brandy. He was in love with Brandy. He was so excited to be with her. Whole time, his partner on the label was already smashing her up. He was already popping her through. You feel what I'm saying? So it kind of made him feel away. Then Brandy cussed him out and was like, nigga, you put my business in the street. And yeah, it was a time. But he does show a lot of respect for Brandy. He said she was the love of his life. We gonna get into it, and Mase probably was just smashing on that girl, doing all kinds of stuff. But you know, Brandy probably was a little freak too. But let's get into it.
Oh
yeah.
What happened with Brandy and everything? Let's just do it.
Listen,
let's do it. Who's dealing with Brandy?
Okay, let me switch my glass.
You know what happened?
We going.
You was dating Brandy at one time, or y'all was just, how'd it go?
I was special, you know. He came in and wanted to be special. So I had to let him be special.
I mean, you know, no lie sold.
Yeah,
he was Shaq.
Okay.
He was the champion. He was the MVP.
Right.
I was Kobe, no pun intended, because they said Kobe was a special friend of Brandy's as well.
Right.
But
and for y'all who don't know who wasn't there, because I was there, a lot of y'all in the chat was there. Mase was the bigger star. Mase and Diddy was like Batman and Robin. No shade. Mase out of Shyne and Mase, it would have made sense for Brandy to stick with Mase. But it seems like because Mase was a bigger star, he never took Brandy as serious because Mase probably had all kind of girls. You see what I'm saying? So just to give y'all context of what was happening during the time, Mase was the nigga. Harlem was on the rise. Shiny suits was everywhere. You had to be there. You had to be there. You had to be there. If you wasn't there, you don't understand.
No pun intended.
Right.
But I was coming out of high school on the championship team, and he was the superstar of the team.
Right.
But I definitely did want to be special. I definitely, you know, but I had no idea. So what happened is we had a mutual friend who was a snitch.
Okay.
So I think he know who it is.
Right.
I'm not gonna expose him.
Right.
But so I was so excited because this is my dream person.
Right. Talk about Brandy.
Brandy.
Right.
Poor kid, Brooklyn, watching MTV, watching Moesha, watching her on BET. And, you know, as a dream, I'm like, man, if she was to know Shyne, I got that.
Right.
So when I came up,
I love that.
she was in the crowd.
Is it me? I love that a man is that confident. That made Shyne sexy to me. The fact that he was just like, if I get with her, I got her. Something about that turns me on. I don't know.
Cross is like, I was sniping.
Right.
And I had no idea though, because he was special.
Right.
So he was running that playbook so discreetly, so quietly. I had no idea.
Yeah, he's sneaky.
So he was an ultra sniper. But I was so excited.
Right.
So I kept telling one of our mutual friends, and he was snitching me out. And then so Brandy was like, yo, who you told you here?
Right.
How so-and-so know that you here with me right now? And I'm like, oh man.
Right.
So yeah.
That's what's up.
That's
what elaborate.
That's my story.
What I'm elaborating.
That's it all.
So it seems like if I'm gonna be honest, because I was there in the 90s, it seems like Mase was the guy, but he was more of a fun guy. Mase probably had Brandy, and it was like he probably was like, "Oh shit, it's Brandy," but it was kind of like I had Brandy. Whereas Shyne seems like he was like, I like this the girl that was on my poster. Like I could really see something in the future with her. You know what I'm saying? Shyne seems like the girl who genuinely liked Brandy, but Brandy had her way, honey. I forgot about the boy Fredro Starr from who used to be on Moesha. What was his name on Moesha? Her boyfriend, the little short one with who used to be with the Onyx boys. All of them had the bald head. What's that boy? His name Fredro Starr. But what was his name on the show? Not Hakeem. What was his name on Moesha, girl? Y'all know the boy name, the little ugly little boy, Q. That was his name. Thank you, Darius. Q. Was it Hakeem? No, it was Q. 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 She was messing with him too. Brandy, dang, girl, where your mama was? Where was Brandy mama when she was giving out all of this premium coochie? See, that's the problem. She probably was over there trying to build a career for Ray J. While you over there playing with Ray J at the studio, Brandy was outside the studio giving out coochie. You see what I'm saying? Girl, Miss Sonia, you had priorities all messed up trying to create this. Now look at Ray J. Now look at Willie Ray Jr. He ain't done nothing. Girl, you should have been watching your child, Miss Sonia. Because I ain't gonna lie, everybody knew that girl. Everybody knew Brandy was. Girl, I remember when she pulled up, was it Kobe prom or was it her prom? Bitch, I remember that girl. Oh, and let me get y'all the other tea. Back in the day, you know, she was messing with Wanye from Boys to Men. You know the nigga that be doing this. Follow my pride. The nigga that do that. Say I'm sorry. The nigga who catch a siege every time he sing. That nigga. You know, back in the day, that nigga was like in his late 20s. And this girl, Brandy, was like 15, 16, 17. She was a young child. So they said back then they was messing around, but they had to keep it on the low. But everybody in the streets knew. We knew. The streets knew. Because we was the streets. We knew. But in the industry, in the world, you feel what I'm saying? It was just like, oh, they just friends. Girl, everybody knew he was smashing on her. Everybody knew that, girl. Everybody, anybody who was anybody knew that. Brandy had her way. Yes, she did. She had her way. She had her way. It was a time for Brandy in the 90s. And can I say Brandy has aged very well. She looks amazing. She probably over there drinking baby's blood too. But either way, shout out to Brandy. And shout out to Shyne for telling this story without disrespecting her. Because he could have said, man, I had her. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever the case. But he didn't. He said that girl was the love of his life. And I believe it. I believe. I did hear her and Wanye got engaged. I did hear something like that. Yes, I did. I think I did hear something of the nature. Don't get me to lying, but I think I may have heard something like that. Ro Victorian, thank you so much for the super chat. Says, boo, not to be TMI, but I just got a call saying I had on an abnormal pap smear. Girl, I know you ain't give me no super chat to tell me that. And they think it's precancerous cells in my cervix. I feel really uneasy about it. And remember what you said about cancer. Girl, listen, let me tell you something. I ain't no doctor, so I don't want to tell you what to do. Pray, talk to God, meditate and ground, and go from there. Be careful with these doctors. Let me tell y'all something, and I'm just telling y'all out here. I'm not speaking directly to you, Ro Victorian, but I'm speaking to y'all out here in these streets. A lot of these doctors are finding a lot of mass in cysts and are saying they're cancerous or saying that they could be so that they can give you the cancer. I'm not saying that that's what this is. But what I'm saying to you out here is be very, very careful. Extremely careful on what it is you're doing and what decisions you're making in these hospitals. Because contrary to your belief, you know your body more than the doctor. Most of them is over there Googling anyway. Be careful. You are in my prayers. My heart is with you. Make sure you get down and you do your work. Make sure you pray, ground, whatever it is to get back to source. And I think you're going to be good. I'm pretty positive you're going to be good, girl. I'm sending healing blessings to you. You know what I'm saying? But be careful, because this is what they do nowadays with cancer. They'll go find a Mase that's chilling, minding his business with no problem. And then they'll say, oh, that might be cancerous. We need to go look and do a biopsy. And then you go do the biopsy, which gives you the cancer. And then now you got cancer. Does that make sense? So be careful, Black America. Do y'all research. And I'm not no doctor. I'm not telling her what to do. I'm just telling y'all to do y'all research, okay? Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, man. That's crazy. Thank you for the super chat, Archive T. She says, happy birthday to my son-in-law. He medium well done ugly too. Love him down though. Oh, happy birthday to the son-in-law. Thank you, boo. And Shamiz 703, thank you for the super chat. Says, but your little cousin Chaotic, a part of Pretty Ricky Vu, is he? Don't tell me that, girl. Don't tell me my little cousin is in Pretty Ricky. Lord, please. I don't remember him being in the group. I wouldn't remember my little cousin in there. Don't lie on my little cousin, girl. Thank you. And Simply Monique, thank you so much for the super chat and also for doing as you do, making it rain. Thank you so much, beautiful.
I make it rain. I make it rain. I make it rain on them hoes. I make it rain. I make it rain. I make it rain on them hoes.
Thank you, Simply Monique 85. She says, happy belated birthday. I was stuck washing cars with my students. Love you down to the ground. Pull up on us, Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Thank you. Yeah, y'all. If y'all in Fort Lauderdale, pull up on my girl, Hannah. Students out there washing cars, honey. And thank you so much for the birthday wishes and for the super chat. I really appreciate you. Thank you, Simply Monique. Hey, it's Trey. Thank you for the super chat. Says all the boys respect her though. Fredro was going to punch Charlemagne when he tried to play with Brandy. Name about him. Facts. Because even Shyne said that. Shyne was like, she was the love of my life. So whatever she was, her energy carried. I might do whole things, but y'all gonna respect me as a queen. Shout out to my girl Brandy. I like to learn your ways, girl. I love to have a Delilah queen spirit. A Jezebel Empress spirit. You feel? Could you imagine being able to just be a hoe and all of the men respect you? That's like a dream. Could you imagine? I need all of the women to tap in. Could you imagine to be able to give your coochie to whoever you want and every man respect you still and still hold you up to the highest? Ooh, what a dream. It's like a dream to me. Thank you for the super chat. What you cooking? She said, happy Tuesday, Boo. Looking beautiful per usual. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. We got to get back into the show. You feel what I'm saying? Liz Taylor was one of them girls. Liz Taylor was one of them girls. She was. Liz Taylor gave that coochie to everybody. Them men loved her down, didn't they? Loved her down to the ground. Yes, they did. I gotta see how I get that whole. If I have to have a whole spirit, I would sure appreciate one like that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie. You know. Again, I'm not a whore anymore. I have changed my ways. Okay. But either way, who this is? Oh, I know what that is. All right, let's move on, girl. That's got to be a gift though to have, to be able to just do what you want. And no, seriously, it really does have to be some sort of feminine energy that you have to have to where people can ignore their own eyes and see beyond. That's some heavy feminine energy to me in real life. It has to be, in my opinion. Let's move on. What else did I say I wanted to bring up on here? Hold on, y'all. Give me a second. Now let's talk about the rodeo and spring break, because I said we were going to talk about that. The rodeo and spring break. So apparently the rodeo was in Houston, and apparently a bunch of kids broke out into a big ass huge fight, and they said they had to shut down the rodeo in Houston. They said that they said they had to shut down the rodeo in Houston, and a lot of people were upset. Now, when I saw the fight, it was a bunch of kids. Let me pull it up on here. When I saw the fight, I immediately knew that these were kids. I can't play the fight. But let me say this when it comes down to this Houston rodeo. I too was a young kid. I used to be young. You know what I'm saying? I know how it go. You want to get to the fair. Mama, can you give me some money? Drop me off at the fair. You know what I'm saying? Y'all already know how it go. Y'all get to school. Oh, you going to the fair this weekend? Yeah, I'm going to the fair. Oh, the boy you like. You feel what I'm saying? You're going to see him at the fair. You see him. You might walk around 4-5 times and see him and wave. If you are bold enough, you might get to hold his hand. You know, type stuff or whatever the case may be. That was back when children had a thing called respect and decorum. These gremlins y'all done had in 2026 can't be trusted, not even in your eyesight, let alone outside your eyesight. So what happened was, apparently some parents dropped their badass gremlins children, them baby's kids off to the fair, to the rodeo, and they said they tore the rodeo up. Fights all over the place. They said they was throwing Mama Tina Gumbo everywhere. They said people got scorched, and they said people melted once the damn Mama Tina Gumbo hit them, because y'all children went down to the fair and went down there and had a big old fight. Y'all got to stop. Keep them goddamn Dennis the Menaces at home. Keep them at home. Keep them children at home. You don't even trust your child. You don't even like your child. Why would you allow him to get in the car or go down to the fair, to the rodeo, and you know he going down there to cause havoc? You see what I'm saying? So y'all can't do, I get it. Y'all thinking how I thought. When I was young, I used to want my mama to give me $20 and drop me off at the fair. Y'all can't do that with these churn. These ain't the type of churn you drop off at the fair. You got to be there with the churn. And honestly, girl, look, some of y'all going to be there with the churn and it's going to be worse. Lord have mercy. I ain't even going to lie. Because the mama's worse than the churn. Quiet as it's kept. While the churn was at the rodeo fighting, they said the mamas and daddies was at spring break. They say spring break, the minimum age was 35-40. So the churn done left spring break and came to the rodeo, and the grown folks done left the rodeo and went to spring break. Girl, make it make sense. Somebody drop down in the comments and help me make it make sense. Somebody, please. Won't somebody please tell me what's wrong? You're just a fool. You know you ain't like what you say. Girl, what's going on? How is the grown-ups leaving the rodeo to go down to the spring break and the children leaving the spring break to come down to the rodeo? You know what that tells me, y'all? Do y'all know what that tells me? That there's a horrible shift happening here. And this shift means that we are in trouble. We are in trouble. Now, I believe that they all ate Mama Tina Gumbo and it sent them all crazy. But I don't know that to be a fact, so don't get me on here lying. But what I will say is this to y'all. Stop dropping them churn off. No, they can't go to the fair. And if I was at the rodeo, if I was in charge of the rodeo, after 6 o'clock, no, what time it get dark? 7:30. Under 18 and you're in here without a parent, your ass going to prison. Nope, not jail. Prison. Say what I said. Y'all want to send these badass churn up here to tear up the fair and the rodeo and all that? People out here trying to eat that nasty ass gumbo and have a good time? Good. See, if I was in charge, that's just me. I'm not in charge. If I was in charge of the fair, after 7:30, any of your churn get in here, they going to prison and you going too. Say what I said. Say what I said. If you don't have your child in the car by 7:31, you and the child going to prison. That's just me, because I don't have time. I don't have time to be sifting through the what's and the whatnots. That's just me. But anyways, y'all got to stop. Leave them people down at the fair alone. Tell them, take the children back to spring break. And I need all the people my age to start acting your age and get back to the rodeo. Because that. Can we speak about the elephant in the room here? And I'm guilty of it to an extent. My age group still think we children. We still trying to go back and relive our childhood. I'm going to say it out loud. I don't know if it's because we had our children early, or if it's because we resent a lot of things that happened growing up, but our brains have reverted backwards. We done got older, and now we want to go back to being children with money and responsibility and children. That's what's happening here. We need to stop that. We need to start getting back to doing things that are age appropriate for us and not be ashamed about doing things that are age appropriate. I'm 43. I'm not going to sit in nobody club. That's not age appropriate. I'm not going nowhere where the girls come out with the fishnets on and the little bitty booty shorts with the bottles like this. You see what I'm saying? I'm 43 now. Not saying I won't ever go, but that's not my place of hanging out. I'm not somewhere saying, girl, we got to get a section tonight. Never has said me nowhere, even at a young age, but definitely not at 43. I'm nowhere saying, girl, is y'all getting ready for the club? Girl, we got to get our section. No way. I'm doing things more age appropriate. I'm sitting down somewhere where I can have my little cocktail and my appetizer, and I can cross my legs and wink at the men. You get it? That's age appropriate for me. Now, again, I'm not saying what people got to do, but I'm just saying that's the problem. The grown-ups are trying to be the children, and the children is running wild. They're just doing what they want to do, you know? And that's our fault. We got to get back to being the adults. We can't have our childhood back. It's over. We passed it, Fat. I need everybody from who was born in the late 70s all the way up to the early 90s to hear me and hear me good. We can't go back, Fat. It's over. We had our time. We missed it. We grew up. Our mamas was mean. They didn't have no money. We couldn't afford books at the book fair. We struggled. We was latchkey kids. All of that. It's over, though. We got to move on. We got to go that way, forward. We can't go back. We got to go forward. I got to say that part. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of us in our brains, we want to go back. That's a problem. That's why them children fighting down at the fair. Now, speaking of fighting at the fair, I told y'all I think they fighting because of Tina Gumbo. Mama Tina done made this witch's brew and told y'all. Oh, no, before we get to the Mama Tina Gumbo. And y'all be careful out here. Wrap it up. I thank God I'm celibate. Ooh, coochie just dried up thinking about it. They say the STD race is out there bad in Houston. And let me say this, at the rodeo and at the spring breaks all over America, Black America, that's not by mistake. Y'all remember how they dropped syphilis in Tuskegee? That's what they doing to all of y'all major cities. Houston, New Orleans, Atlanta, Philly, Chicago, New York, Miami, all of y'all major cities. The same way they dropped syphilis in Tuskegee, that's why you have an uptick in herpes. Y'all ever heard that? Now there's a herpes. Yeah, you get it. Are y'all tracking? I need y'all to pay attention. This isn't happenstance. This isn't an outbreak just happened and now everybody got herpes. No. I need y'all to pay attention. This is the same thing they did in Tuskegee. This is why your STD rates are up high. So please, y'all, make sure y'all go ahead on and wrap it up if you can.
Out of spring break and all y'all going to Houston, I'm going to tell y'all what the STD rate has been from 2025 to 2026 in case you decided to go out there and hunch. Yeah, this is real. I just thought somebody was calling me. Okay, syphilis has surged all the way up to 79% in the year 2025, leading into 2026. HIV has surged and increased in 17%. Gonorrhea, chlamydia has surged 32%. And the ages are from 15 to 24 years old with that. All the hot spots, where they're saying like the main sources of these STDs are coming from: Montrose, downtown, OST, South Union. And out of spring break and all y'all going to Houston, I'm going to tell y'all what the STD rate has been from OST, South Union area. The demographic is Black people, Hispanics, whites, ranging from the ages 15 to 35. Yeah, so if you went to Houston for spring break, I hope you didn't hunch nobody out there. Thank you. Have a good day. Be safe. Have fun.
This isn't happenstance. This is done by design. Somebody in the chat said Hispanics brought it in too. That's done by design. They put them in the neighborhoods, and I'm gonna be honest. Can we be honest? Because they know that the black men are gonna go hunch on them Hispanic women. Black women, for by and large, don't date Hispanic men. They're betting that the black men in our neighborhoods are gonna love on those racially ambiguous, what do they call them, spicy Latinas, and then they go get the syphilis or whatever from there, and then they bring it back. Not to mention that whoever they probably with is cheating too. You see what I'm saying? That's all done by design. None of this is happenstance. That's why everybody and their mama got herpes now. I remember when I was growing up, to say you had herpes was like saying you had HIV, girl. People thought they was about to die. Even though you knew you wasn't going to die from having herpes, but even still, getting that was like almost a death sentence. Not no more. It's just like, oh yeah. It's just like, oh, yeah. It's just like, yeah. What? I'm still on the and this is no shade. I think that the more education on it, which herpes was created by the enemy, right? They gave us that too. Yeah. That's a whole nother story. But let's be clear. This is done by design so that you won't be so ashamed of getting it. Back in my day, they gave us these sex ed classes and they showed us all these diseases and what it could do to your private areas. And for the most part, it scared us as kids. We were kind of afraid. We were like gung-ho on the condom era because of all of the STIs they showed us, or we called them STDs back then. Now it's not a scare tactic thing. Now it's more like an infomercial. Oh, do you have HIV? It's okay. Come on down. And I'm not saying that it's not, because it is okay, but I'm just saying they're softening the way that you think about it so that when you get it, so that you'll be easily to spread it more and get it. You see what I'm saying? So again, I've seen a few videos of Houston and all of the nasty stuff they doing out there. Houston is Atlanta Junior. Sodom and Gomorrah Junior. Okay? I need y'all to understand. They got a Sodom and Gomorrah Senior. That's over here in the ATL. That's the one down the street from me. Then they got a Sodom and Gomorrah Junior. And Junior is over there in Houston. Okay? We're going to call Houston Junior from now on, because Houston has been nasty for a little while now. I've seen a lot of videos for some years here in the recent past of all of the nasty stuff y'all got going on in Houston. Y'all got that Jezebel spirit up in Houston. I know it. So Junior is now going to be up there with the STIs because Senior been leading the pack with the STDs. You see what I'm saying? So y'all be careful out there going to Houston talking about having you a good old time. Especially if you got an old lady or old man, you're gonna go back with more than just your than some memories. I would tread light if I was y'all. I thank God took me out the game. Thank you, Lord. Ooh, won't he do it? Oh, he took me out the game. Woo. Thank you, Lord. Woo. I want to do a praise dance. He done took me out the game because he knew I done got caught up. Not on no whole shit, though. I got caught up with a nigga I fell in love with my duck ass. I got caught up with a nigga I thought loved me and I love him. Boom. You see what I'm saying? It wouldn't have been on no whole shit for me. It would have been on love. Some nigga done fucked me up, lied to me, told me he loved me. Whole time, now I got the hurt. You see what I'm saying? Child, y'all be careful out here in these streets. This ain't by happenstance. This is that chemical warfare, that biochemical warfare that I've told y'all that we were already under. That warfare has never stopped. Black America, you've always been under warfare, okay? But when I talk about these bio warfares and these biochemical warfares, that's what I'm talking about. That STD stuff, it ain't running rapid in the clear neighborhoods. It ain't a natural phenomenon, because if it was, then the clears would have it. They will get it, though. They always get it. They just get it later. They'll get it. We'll go through our phase, then we'll develop some sort of immunity, and then they'll get it and they'll die off. That's what they do to everything. It happened with crack. It happened with AIDS. It happened with everything they create to kill us. It affects us first. Some of us die, but we end up developing some sort of crazy immunity, and then they get it and they die. Does that make sense? But be careful, man. Be very, 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 very careful. Especially if you're going out there to have a good time, you know, and this is no shade for the people who do the lifestyle stuff. This is no shade. Shout out to y'all. You know what I'm saying? But I would be scared in 2026. I would be scared of the lifestyle. And for y'all who don't know what the lifestyle is, that's when the people be out there screwing. Lack of better terms. That's the people who do a lot of swinging, a lot of threesomes, you know, a lot of open sexual activities, which if done correctly and safely is no problem. It's just the fact that it's so much going on. I would be terrified if I was in the lifestyle. It would make me want to fall back for a minute and just wait and see how it goes. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. Everybody different. That's just me. Now we got to get to Mama Tina. Y'all. Get the likes up on the video. Y'all, Mama Tina in this gumbo. People are sick like a dog. They said a gumbo was disgustingly nasty. Hold on. Is this the video I want to show y'all? Hold on. But before we get into that, this lady cussed out Mama Tina. Finish it out. Okay. So there was this lady. So first of all, let's get back to the rodeo. Let's start with that. So the rodeo is happening in Houston. It is an annual thing that happens in Houston. They normally have, for y'all who don't know, the rodeo started off as a black event. Did y'all know that? That Houston rodeo was an all black event until the Clears came in and did what they always do, which is take over, integrate, and then infiltrate. Malcolm X told us that years ago in the 60s. He said the enemy has a problem. They love to integrate. Oh yeah. And then infiltrate. That's what Malcolm said. And the more I look around, we seeing it day after day. That's what they do. They come in acting like they want to be friends. Oh my God, we love it. We just want to be a part. Right after that, shortly after that, you notice now all of a sudden. Gumbo. I'm sorry, I'm trying to find this video. Now all of a sudden you see, I didn't realize I was still on this tab. But now all of a sudden you see, what I'm about to say. I'm sorry, I'm looking for something. Here she go. All right, I found it. But now all of a sudden, like I said, now all of a sudden you see, I forgot where I was going with this. Anyways, the gumbo thing, 16 to 18 hours, because I done forgot my place of thought looking for another video. But 16 to 18 hours for this gumbo. I'm starting to realize that people are only going to get this gumbo because of who this person is. Oh, the rodeo. That's where I was going, the rodeo. It used to be a black event prior to the enemy coming in and integrating and infiltrating it. Because a lot of y'all don't know the original cowboys are black men. They're black. And that's something that black people in Texas had been doing for ages and ages and ages. They were the first cowboys. They taught the clear people how to be cowboys. They all remember Clint Eastwood. He was a famous clear actor. He played in a whole bunch of Western movies. My daddy loved Clint Eastwood. He loved Clint Eastwood down to the ground. I remember being a kid. He used to watch all the Clint Eastwood movies. But the reason why my daddy loved Clint Eastwood is because subconsciously, that's our culture. That's what we are. We are the true original cowboys. The Clint Eastwoods are actually the replicas. They are the people who came later and learned how to do what we have been doing for thousands of years. So Houston Rodeo, like I was saying, is something that they've always done. It wasn't until those clears came in and integrated and then infiltrated. And now it's a big old event. Okay, it's a big thing. However, it is something, like I said, something that we've been doing. At any rate, because Beyonce is Beyonce, her mama, and they claim to be from Houston, her mama has been opening up this gumbo stand out at the rodeo, and it's called Mama Tina's Gumbo, and she's selling this shit for $25 and $30 a cup. Now, I was born and raised in New Orleans, and in my opinion, we have the monopoly on gumbo. not Louisiana, New Orleans. I'm saying it. Yeah, I said it. And the reason why I'm saying New Orleans is because when you come outside the city, y'all start getting real funny with the things y'all do with gumbo. And us in New Orleans, we always shake our head in disappointment because we be looking like, what the hell is going on? You see what I'm saying? But anyways, the further you go outside of the country of New Orleans, you start to see that people doing any and everything they want to do with a damn pot of gumbo. And I don't too particularly like it. So Mama Tina, this light-skinned witch who looked like she ain't never made a sandwich in her life, has lied to y'all and told y'all that she makes gumbo. First of all, the bitch don't even look like she can turn a spoon, let alone stand over a hot stove and cook a pot of gumbo. But y'all went with the move because she's Beyonce's mama. That's why. That's it. That's all. The only reason the people went with the Mama Tina's gumbo bit is because she is Beyonce's mother, because she is the mother of their God, because they worship Beyonce as if she is the most high God. And a lot of people gonna get on here and say, video, that's not true. We don't worship Beyonce. We just love her music. I would get on here and say, girl, go lay down. You worship her like God. That's why you so excited to get over here and try her mother's witch's brew. But you got to know this. God is looking down very disappointed in y'all idolizing these celebrities. He told me to tell y'all this.
Idolater, your soul is required in hell.
I'm just a messenger. Y'all done went from loving these celebrities to idolizing them. Y'all treat them like God. They God to y'all. These are regular people, and y'all treating them like they God. You don't want to admit it, but I'm going to tell you, you're treating these celebrities like they God. Then you want to go run back to God to get your blessings. You're wondering why your life is in shambles. So here it is. Mama Tina tried some damn beef broth and put it in a cup and told y'all to pay $25 and $30 to eat it. And what did all of the beehive do? Exactly what their God and their God's mother tell them to do. Cat crazy ass down to the doggone rodeo to eat this gumbo. Now, let me start by saying this. The first red flag was that she cooked it for 16. No, the first red flag was her. Her, looking at her was a red flag. Second red flag was cooking it for 16 to 18 hours. Ain't nothing in the gumbo to cook that takes that long. Third red flag was she from Houston. No shade. No shade. Y'all, shout out to Texas, but you know, y'all like our second cousin, you know. But no shade. I don't want to start no diaspora wars. At any rate, y'all went down there and tried this gumbo, and people were getting sick. They had people getting sick. Number one, I told y'all you're not supposed to be eating gumbo in the heat. Gumbo is not supposed to be eaten in the heat of the day. Okay? With all of the things that go into making gumbo, you got seafood, you got to deal with the roux, you got all these other meats and all this stuff. Gumbo itself can go bad. So you damn sure not supposed to be eating it in the sun. Eating gumbo in the sun alone will make you throw up. I'm going to be honest. If it's even cooked right. You're not supposed to be eating that shit. But yet and still, because it's Mama Tina, $30 a bowl for a cup of beef broth and rice, y'all went carried y'all ass down there and got y'all some gumbo. Now, first people was lying, swearing to God the gumbo was good. Yes, y'all was lying. And then people, and you could tell by their face that they was lying. But anyway, then certain people started coming out here and telling the truth. They had this light-skinned girl with the freckles who basically, she went viral for saying that it tastes like beef broth. I saw her at the Second Line Sunday. She said, people mad at me, but I said what I said, bitch. That shit tastes like beef broth. And I believe it. Now, according to Mama Tina, before we get into that, let's get into Mama Tina with how she made the gumbo. First of all, Mama Tina want to get on here and lie to you and tell you that this is her recipe. But then in the same breath, she'll tell you that she found somebody else who makes gumbo and they combined the recipes. Is this the video? No, hold on. Let me go get the video where she said They combined the recipes. All that told me was Mama Tina went found somebody who know how to cook, or what she believed know how to cook gumbo, and slapped her name on it. Mama Tina ain't never cooked nothing in her life. She's not a cook, bruh. And whether y'all want to believe it or not, because she Beyonce mama is up to you. But that lady is not who you think she is. I think it might be this video. Y'all, let's get into Mama Tina on how she making this gumbo.
Gumbo.
I made gumbo with my mom. My family absolutely loved gumbo, but it was a lot of work. It's a lot of chopping. It's a lot of sauteing.
The roux.
The roux, making the roux.
Can't tell you how many times I messed up a roux.
I know. I told my girls that, you know, I would meet a guy and I would make gumbo and he would say, oh man, she can throw down. She can really cook. But it was the only thing I knew how to cook. I started at the top.
So
that's not even logical, y'all. That is not even logical. You cannot not know how to cook, but know how to cook gumbo. Because if you cooking gumbo in real life, you got to cut up them seasonings from scratch. Onions, bell pepper, celery, garlic, all that got to be cut up from scratch. All your Trinity, all that's got to be cut up. Then on top, I'm talking about just the concept of making it, the steps. You cannot not know how to cook, but you could cook gumbo. It doesn't make logical sense. Gumbo is it's not hard, but it has so many steps in it. There's so much you need to do. It's not possible. It's just not possible. But this is what she wants y'all to believe. So we gonna go with the move.
What else do you need when you got a good pot of gumbo? Good, right?
Yes. That's the most difficult thing you can make.
Did you ever pass on the recipe to your own girls? Did they know how to make?
All the time.
What you mean you try all the time?
I try all the time. I have tried many times, and they are not feeling spending 2 days cooking. They are some instant girls.
Wait, Miss Tina, you haven't been able to get the lesson done because they won't take the time?
And I say, this is what I want for my Mother's Day present. I want.
Did she say 2 days? So it went from 16 to 18 hours to 2 days. If Miss Tina's cooking anything for 2 days, the house would literally set on fire. But it went from 16 to 18 hours. So the reason why Beyonce and Solange ain't never learned how to make it is because it takes 2 days. Girl, y'all believe anything.
Y'all to all come.
How did you learn to make gumbo?
I made gumbo with my mom. Oh, Lord, we'll just eat it. And I gave the recipe to Melina Matasuka. Do you know Melina?
Oh, yes, of course. Yes, she's directed videos with
Queen and Slim.
Exactly, yeah.
I gave her my recipe. And when I tell you that my kids were mad.
How they gonna be mad?
That's what I said. So come over here and do the gumbo. And then you can be mad. Yeah. I don't want to get up out of here and y'all can't have the gumbo.
Right. You let me know how to make it. I'll make it.
That's what Melina said.
That shit nasty than a mug. You can tell. She never even went into detail of how she make it. It's just, oh, my girls, I used to make it with my mom. Even when the boys say, I done messed up a good roux. Yeah, the roux. How you make your roux, Miss Tina? Miss Tina ain't even put no roux in the gumbo because from what I heard, it had no consistency. It wasn't no type of thickness to it or nothing. It seems like Miss Tina took a whole bunch of beef broth with a little slap your mama seasoning, threw 3-4 Gulf shrimps in there, 3-4 sausages, a couple of shreds of chicken, and told y'all to go lay down. That's what it sounds like she told y'all. And this is $30 a bowl, and she ain't even making it. Child, let's get into some reviews on this gumbo. Now, my opinion is this gumbo is probably some witch's brew. I'm not even being funny. I believe that this lady has contaminated a lot of people spiritually with this gumbo. And y'all might come on here and say, but Vita, you're such a conspiracy theorist. What could this lady do? Have y'all ever heard of all of the spells in the past being done through your food? It be blood samples, it be samples, it be food, and it be hair. Think about all of the roots you've heard about in the past, all of the stuff you've heard. It's done through the food. Even that old wives' tale of women putting menstrual cycle blood in their spaghetti. It's in the food. But I believe that she has infected a lot of people foolishly because they just love Beyonce. I believe that she's infected a lot of people foolishly because they just love her and don't realize that they literally eating some stuff that's really, and like she said, it's good for the soul. Her words, not mine. I wouldn't trust it. Plus, they say it's nasty. Let's get into a few doggone videos. Oh, this one, I wanted to show y'all these. So I've heard that she has very nasty attitude. This video, she's arguing with this man because the man basically is videoing and she's telling him he can't video. Bitch, you can't tell me I can't video at no rodeo, girl. Fuck you. Who you supposed to be, Mama Tina? Glenda the Good Witch? Girl, please. Girl, the way I to cuss Tina out from the rooter to the tutor. Girl, who you is? Bitch. Anyways, let's get into her and the man going back and forth because he was videotaping.
It's down here. Where the camera going? It's down here, ain't it?
Yeah.
It's down there. Okay, it's down here. Ain't nobody on camera. Huh? Okay, it's not nobody on that. But you see the ground, right?
Yeah.
You see the ground?
Yeah.
Okay, when you said you didn't ask nobody, to the ground. To the ground.
We outside, man.
Yeah, we all outside.
Yeah.
Everybody got their phone.
So that was one man who was saying that she was being very nasty about him videotaping. But I wanted to show y'all this video. This is the guy who threw up. Let's get into him.
I don't care how good it is. Not for this little thing. Yeah. It's good though. It's good. Pretty good, Mama Tina. Yeah.
Y'all, I just ate some of Mama Tina Gumbo at Rodeo. And look. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry, Mama Tina. It's spoiled. But it... Y'all see I'm sweating. I just threw up all that throw up.
Wait till the... That's what you get for lying. He probably a Beyonce fan.
Turn around the camera like it look.
Now, this is the lady who said she had an encounter with Miss Tina, and she said Miss Tina was nasty. Let's get into it.
I want to talk.
Okay, you are.
I'm back from my
Mom, don't let the Beyonce fans hear this.
awful experience. It was terrible. I haven't even tasted gumbo yet, but my feelings are so hurt. How Miss Tina did me is, oh my God. I was so embarrassed and so humiliated. I went and finished it out and finished my picture, getting my stuff, but I hate that I purchased from her. She treated me not in a good way. She treated me like I was nothing. I was so excited to meet this lady and thinking that, I could just exchange some good energy with good hellos and stuff. It was terrible. I literally could break down and cry how awful that experience was.
She didn't even say hi.
She didn't even speak. She walked away from me several times without speaking or even putting a finger up to say, hold on, bitch, or anything. She treated me like I was beneath her or so far up under her. Like, it was disgusting. It was so disgusting and so embarrassing how she did me. The only reason I have...
Turn around the camera like it look better.
I want to talk.
Okay.
Let me get back to this lady because she did try the gumbo and she did ended up saying that the gumbo was all right. But let's be clear. Let's really, really be clear about this. The problem is y'all idolize that lady. Y'all are so excited to be in proximity with her because she created Beyonce that y'all went up to her thinking that she was going to be all loving and open and, hey, how y'all doing, and hugs. But that lady is evil. She's a witch. You expected her to be what you imagined in your head, this beautiful, lighthearted woman who she is in the interviews, but obviously those are her peers. That's not in real life. Of course she's like that with her peers. Not in real life, though. Stop idolizing people. I don't give a damn who they are. Stop that shit. These are people. We are all people. Ain't no one person bigger or better than nobody. That's the problem. Y'all get so caught up on the actions. I'm sorry, the talents of these people. Y'all start treating them like they God, and y'all worship their parents and their children. That's why they love what that little girl named Northwest. That's why they love that other little girl. They worship the parents and their children. That's why y'all love Mama Tina, because you're worshiping her because she is in lieu of your Beyonce. You're worshiping Mama Tina in absence of Beyonce. Why does it look so watery? Because Mama Tina ain't put no roux in the gumbo. That's what the roux is all about. It adds consistency. It adds flavor. It has all kinds of stuff. Without a roux, all you got is broth. That's why the gumbo looks so watery. Because Mama Tina don't know nothing about no roux, obviously. Maybe because she's making in such big masses, she might feel like she don't need no roux. I don't know. But it looks like beef stew to me. Beef stew is what it looks like to me. Stop idolizing people. I don't give a damn who they is. Stop idolizing people, okay? Let's get to the next video. Hold on.
I just bought gumbo from Mama Tina's. Literally, we just left the stand. We got 2 of them. Okay, I'm going to show you guys what's inside of my gumbo, okay? Brooklyn, hold the camera for me. Face the camera. You can see me? You can see me? Okay. Wait. Can you see the gumbo? This is what's inside the gumbo for $27. Nothing. I got 2 shrimp, 1 piece of sausage, and 1 crab. That's it. Really no chicken or nothing in there. Nothing. Everybody was talking about how much chicken and stuff they have in there. This ain't nothing but gravy. Gravy. Nothing in here, okay?
That don't even taste like gravy.
No. Now I'm going to do a taste test.
You heard the lady in the background say it don't even taste like gravy. That's big. Girl, Mama Tina put that beef broth in that pot, threw a little slap your mama seasoning on that shit, and said they gonna come eat it because I'm Mama Tina. I bet you she did that. I bet you she did it.
Oh my God. This tastes like water. If they added some, you know, the seasoning for noodles, that's what it tastes like. Okay.
Because it's beef broth. It's beef broth. I just told y'all what it was. It's beef broth. Mama Tina put beef broth in a big ass pot, a couple of little seasonings in it, dropped her a couple of sausages, chicken and shrimps in there, and sold it to y'all for $50 a cup. That ain't no damn gumbo. No, ain't nobody gonna ask for no refund. Oh, no, indeed. They wouldn't dare. Not to Beyonce's mama. No, God.
Like the noodle juice. When you leave the water in your juice on your noodles. Y'all, this is a disgrace. Everybody was talking about this so good. Nothing is inside of here. I don't know where y'all getting this from or what, but there ain't nothing in here. Y'all wrong fish. Literally, no meat in here. Literally. I should get this back. Oh, Lord. Please, I can't. All right, I gotta go.
I don't care how. We watched her already.
Hey, y'all.
Now, I want to get into, matter of fact, I'm not even going to use, I could use her a little bit. This is how you know people will disregard what they truly believe in their minds in order to conform to whatever society says. So you got all of these Beyonce fans who worship her so much that even if it's nasty, they will look you square in the face and say that it's good. Not because it's not good or not because they really believe it's good, but because they couldn't dare fathom think that you or they would say anything negative about their gods. So you saw a lot of people who you can look at their face and tell that they weren't enjoying this gumbo, but you can also listen to their words and hear them say that they was. These are the people that are not to be trusted. Let me tell y'all something. I need y'all to understand this. Anybody who will go against their own convictions and beliefs over to conform in society are the least likely person that you need to trust, okay? Because that person is an easily sold out person. They like a walking Judas waiting to happen, okay? And I find it very telling about the character of these people who would sit on this internet and literally know that shit don't taste good. You could say, I love Beyonce, I love her work, I worship her, I adore her, but girl, this ain't it. You can be honest and say that, but there are people who would rather get on here and fight through telling you the fact that this shit is nasty. They'd rather fight through that shit and tell you a lie because they just so afraid to say anything negative about their God. Be mindful of those people. Those the ones that sell you up the river for 2 nickels. You get what I'm saying? Let's get into this girl, then I'm gonna show y'all another video.
Let's try Mama Tina's Gumbo.
First of all, look at her face. If she enjoyed that gumbo, she wouldn't be looking down, damn near trying to not scrunch her forehead. She's trying to figure it out in her brain. Chewing on that, she looked down at the bowl, trying to figure out what words do I need to say so that this don't look so bad. You got to know that. That's what this whole face is. It's, oh shit, it ain't good, but I can't say that. Pay attention. Look. When a nigga going to messing around in the plate, for all of the women out there, if you ever give a person a plate and they go to taking the fork and messing around on the plate, they don't like it. They don't like it. The fact that she took one bite and with the messing around in the bowl, she don't like it. Pay attention. Somebody, when they taste food and they like it, ooh, they go in. All of this is not what they do.
You taste any crabs? What's that stuff on skin on top?
Chicken. Why the shells?
Oh, hell
in there,
no.
Mama Tina?
Come on.
Shells don't go on shrimp.
Tina.
Wait, we're looking for some crab. Let's find this. You said this the seafood.
Yeah, that's the one.
This must be
It's
the
a
chicken.
blue crab.
I don't see no blue crab, just chicken sausage.
And shells from the shrimp.
It really don't got the flavor.
It don't got nothing.
Y'all go try it. Tell me what y'all think.
What you give it out of 10?
I rated it.
Honestly.
You saw how she looked? She about to lie. And even her lying is generous. Look.
3 out of 10. Okay.
She being generous, giving it a 3. That shit nasty. I could look at it and tell it's nasty. I could look at the color of it. I could look at the consistency of it. I could look at the items inside of it. That shit nasty. I ain't even there and I can tell you that shit nasty. But again, she's Beyonce's mama. They pulling up.
How did you learn to make gumbo?
They pulling up by the boatloads. Look at this boy. Watch this one.
Hey y'all, we got Messy Gumbo. Y'all
This a fan. Watch him.
keep saying it's nasty online, but I don't believe y'all. I'm gonna try it. She said she put her fucking foot in this bitch, so let's see. Let's get some chicken, let's get some sausage. It's a fucking crab again here.
He about to lie.
Oh, sure. That's not bad. Why are you laughing?
You like it?
It's not bad. It's not bad, y'all.
Oh, shrimp.
Whoever said it was nasty, they just carrying, but it's not bad. It don't feel like, turn it on. It don't taste like real Louisiana gumbo, but it's generally not bad. It's pretty good. I give it like a 6 out of 10. No, like a 7 out of 10.
He said a 7 out of 10. Stop the lying, young man. That shit nasty. Now, this is the last one I want to show y'all. This girl is a super fan of Beyonce. All she cared about was being in close proximity to Mama Tina. That's all she cared about. She was so excited. Look, she's going to go try the gumbo, right? Watch when she do her taste test. Check it out. I need y'all to pay attention to the fact that the shit is nasty, but she going to play it off like it's not because it's Mama Tina. And she's going to say at the end, well, at least I got to meet Mama Tina. She's like an extension of Beyonce. I said, there you go. Check it out.
Now, you know, as much as I love Queen Bee, it was only a matter of time before I gave you a review on Mama Tina's gumbo. So I tried at the rodeo. Here's my thoughts.
I'll tell you, just right off the rip, it smells really, really good. Really, really good. And a little fun fact, too, because I just met Mama Tina, had a whole conversation with her. This is actually a combination of 2 different recipes.
Approached me about doing gumbo before, and I tried to do it, but it was just too expensive, too time consuming, too tedious. And then I tasted his gumbo, and I really liked it. And so I thought if we combine some of the 2 recipes together and come up with something that was sort of a hybrid. And
that makes absolutely no sense. If Mama Tina has a world-renowned or at least a family recipe of gumbo that her family loves, she would have zero reason to collaborate with anybody. And nobody hybrids their gumbo. Nobody say, hey girl, how you make your gumbo? Okay, I'm gonna take half of what you do to yours and half of what I do to mine and make me a pot of gumbo. This is all a bunch of lies, y'all. This is all a bunch of lies. I told y'all, I believe she just slapped her name on that shit. And also whatever witchcraft she put in it. But this is not her gumbo. So you mean to tell me you went from having a family recipe to tasting somebody else's gumbo, and now all of a sudden you, girl, Mama Tina, go lay down. Go lay down, Mama Tina. Your lies, you sounded like Rockhead now. The lies ain't even adding up, girl. This don't even make sense. Who is he? The man who recipe she stole?
We could bring it to market. So this is a test to see how people like it and how they respond. So far, it's been amazing.
I got Mama Tina's original recipe, so we're going to take first bites. See what we think. Let's go.
Look at her face.
Okay. There's a lot of flavor in there.
It's a lot of flavor. Girl. She a tether too.
Really flavor.
She's definitely a tether. I can bet on it. That's a tether.
Chicken, sausage, ooh, crab in there. I'm gonna make this better. I'll put the crackers in there. Hold on.
That's where she lost me. Crackers. We don't eat no gumbo with no crackers. That's why I say when y'all come out of New Orleans, y'all start doing too much. Y'all start doing the most. Crackers? I don't know. Maybe I'm from the part of New Orleans. I've never seen nobody eat crackers with their gumbo. I don't know. Crackers? Why my girl got to get crackers to make it better, first of all? And then why is you eating crackers with gumbo? Why is Tina serving crackers with the gumbo? Because it's soup. That's why. It ain't gumbo. It's beef, chicken, shrimp. Well, she ain't got no beef in there. It's chicken, shrimp, and sausage stew. Soup. That's why she over there using crackers.
Honestly, if you don't like spice, it has a kick to it. It's a little spicy. I love spicy food. It doesn't matter to me. But I know I have a few of you who are not the biggest spice fans. If you don't like spice, then it might be questionable for you. Honestly, there's 2 different kinds that they have. Okay, so if you're not a big fan of seafood, they also have just a chicken and sausage, which is pretty much, I'm assuming it's going to be this, just minus the seafood. It's not bad, y'all. It's really, really good. Really, really flavorful. I heard it saying they put their foot in this, meaning it's extra, extra good. Maybe the seasoning in this. They put their foot in that. Matter of fact, they probably put 2 feet in this. It's so good.
Yeah.
Is there a key if you want to try to come down? Because I have a lot of listeners that have been hitting me up. When's the best time to come hit you guys up to get
during the day, because in the evenings it gets really crazy. Yeah.
Are you gonna be here this time?
Yeah.
Or are you just popping up whenever?
I'm here. No, I'm here until Wednesday.
So at this point,
Yeah.
my day is complete. I pretty much met the woman that created Queen Bee. So I pretty much met Beyonce today. So I'm good.
And that's what this is all about. All she cares is that she just met Beyonce mama. That's it. Most of the people running down to the thing to buy that gumbo is only doing it because she Beyonce mama. Not realizing that you're paying to curse yourselves. You're paying to give yourself a curse. I never thought I'd see the day, but then again, I should have knew when you niggas was in line to get a chicken sandwich at Popeyes. I should have knew then. But I never thought I'd see the day where people would spend their hard-earned money to cast spells on themselves. Because that's all she doing. Making money hand over fist. I'm pretty sure that black dude ain't gonna get nowhere near the money he deserves because she using his recipe. Mama Tina ain't never made a pot of gumbo in her life. Look at her. Mama Tina ain't made a pot of gumbo in her whole life. But she gonna lie and tell y'all she did. She probably using this boy beef broth recipe. You see what I'm saying? And now they over there passing it off as gumbo, and duck geese are running down to the rodeo. Now they going west to spend $30 on a cup of gumbo. I'm about to make a cup of ramen noodles for $20 and see if you niggas gonna come by. I throw a couple of pieces of chicken in there and see what's going on. That lady, I believe, because I don't know this to be a fact, but I believe that lady is casting spells through that gumbo. I believe that lady is a real live witch. I believe that her daughter is a real live witch. I believe that they both dibble and dabble in witchcraft that involves in extracting energy from the masses. I believe that. I don't know what the witchcraft look like. I don't know what it is. I'm just telling you what I believe. But I believe that they are both indulging and engaging in witchcraft that involves extracting your energy. Okay? With that being said, try it at your own risk, but I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all. I'm gonna be honest. I personally would be terrified. I wouldn't trust it. And also, even if you trust it, it is not good to eat gumbo in the heat. The quickest way to get sick, a lot of you geese out here, this is a lot of duck, and a lot of geese. The quickest way for some of you niggas to get sick is to eat hot ass gumbo, especially if it's prepared correctly, in the heat, okay? So keep that in mind for the people in the bike who want to make gumbo outside of the people who supposed to be making a gumbo, okay? Now let's move on. Y'all like the video? We almost up out of here. Damn, I'm at 2.5 hours. Every time I take a day off, I come back and spend all this time on live. Ro Victorian, thank you for the super chat. Says Vu. I think I read this one. Hold on, let me scroll down. I read that one. I think I read this one. Thank you. What you cooking for the super chat? Says happy Tuesday, Vu. Looking good per usual. Thank you so much. Ebony Star, thank you for the super chat. Says you look beautiful, Vu. Love you down. Thank you, and I love you back. Thank you, beautiful. I sketch one. Thank you for the super chat. Says you be saying some wild fish, Vu. Yeah, you know, it's my mind. You know, sometimes I say the things that go on inside of my head. That's the part that make people laugh. The shit I be thinking. Thank you for the super chat, Ebony Star. She says you look beautiful. Love you down. I think I've read that one already. Abundance and Clarity. Thank you for the super chat. Says Vu Cantrell said he got the herp and he should be comfortable and not ashamed. Hit the like button, everyone, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you. Yes, hit the like button and subscribe. And I remember when he said that. You know, my daughter has a crush on that fool. We have failed us. Yeah, he do have the hurt. Thank you. Miss Parker, thank you for the super chat. I'm sorry for being a member for 22 months. Says, please get the likes up on the video. Yes, honey. 504 Empress, thank you for the super chat. Says, everybody knows her and her daughter can't cook. I wouldn't buy food or lip products from her because I know she couldn't do either well. I said what I said. Facts. Now, also, I wouldn't buy that shampoo that she was using either. Remember that secret shampoo she was selling? Wouldn't buy that neither. Would not buy it, but I know all of the Beehive people went bought it. Everybody different. Hey, it's Trey. Thank you for the super chat. Says one thing all black people do is dance when we eating good. I ain't hear no singing, dancing, right? No fast tapping. It's called soul food for a reason. Cause exactly. Everybody who ate that food, no cap. Thank you, Trey. Everybody who ate that gumbo, after they took a bite, they took the spoon and was like, red flag. Oh, look. Yeah, that's a red flag, Fed. That's a huge red flag. That shit nasty. That's what you do when you don't want to take the next bite. Miss BB1, thank you so much. I'm sorry, Missy BB11. Thank you for the super chat. It says, Voodoo, can you please be my mentor? I really need one. I suffer from depression and anxiety, and it's been hard for me. I am so sorry that you're going through that. But, baby, I don't know if I could be no mentor, baby. I don't have the time on me to do it. But I do hope you get the help that you desire and you deserve. You definitely need to look into some resources that are local. A lot of people don't know this, but there are a lot of local resources for mental health. If y'all just start looking at it or looking into it, do some Googles around your area, and you could probably get into some free therapy sessions or something. But I'm so sorry. I wish I could help. So sorry. 504 Empress, thank you for the super chat. Says, same with that perfume. Why are you making something you don't or can't wear? Exactly. But these celebrities, they do that because they know you're going to spend your money. That's the problem. Now I want to show y'all in this MLK video. Remember I told y'all Martin Luther King, Big Mike. Well, he's Junior, so Mike Jr. Remember I told y'all Martin Luther King and the Civil Rights Movement is nothing of what you thought it was. I told y'all that Martin Luther King was actually an agent for the government. I also told y'all that he worked directly and closely with the orange juice people. I told y'all that Martin Luther King did the bidding for those people, and he was the last person to take the last of our generational wealth and whatever it was we had built up over time. Now, a lot of y'all, if you're first hearing this, you're going to think that I'm crazy and that, oh my God, this black girl's on here saying these horrible things about Martin Luther King. Somebody go stop her. That's originally how it normally starts. But don't worry, you'll come to see that what I'm saying is true. Martin Luther King, aka Mike, aka Michael King, was actually an agent for the government. He was an actual paid agent. I'm not making this up, and I don't have to say allegedly. It's documented. His job was to go around all of Black America and calm us down. Shh. Don't go and rebel, Black America. Calm down. Trust the white man. That was his job. His job was also to evoke our emotions and to get our kids to go and sign up for this civil rights movement that would ultimately take away what's left of our inheritance, what's left of what we own. Now we've been complete slaves ever since then. But again, if you don't know these things about Mike, you think that I'm just hating. This is why I employ everybody to please do your research on everything that I'm saying, okay? So now fast forward, I told y'all when I did some research on Mike, not only did I find out that Mike was a government plant by his father and also the government, he was also an Irish descent. Now, I know a lot of Black Americans are going to do their genealogy and y'all are going to find, oh, snap, I got a relative or a great-grand or something like that who was from this part of Europe. That is very well true. A lot of Black Americans, not all, but a lot of them do have some Black European descent in their bloodline. But having one person 3, 4, 5 generations back is not the same as coming directly from the bloodline. Michael King, aka Martin Luther King, his father's side of the family is direct descendants. They are direct descendants from Ireland. Okay? It's no different from right now, a Black kid from Ireland moving to America. I'll give you an example, 21 Savage. Y'all know how 21 Savage is a famous rapper. Put a 3 in the chat. Y'all know how 21 Savage is a famous rapper right now in America. And if nobody ever told you, you wouldn't know that he's actually British. That was Michael King, aka Martin Luther King. He got really, really famous, except he wasn't a rapper. He did spoken word or what we call preaching, okay? But he got the same type. It's the same shit, different toilet. He's the same dude. If you didn't ask him, you would never know that he not really from here. But if you pay good attention to Michael King, then you know that he's not one of us. He's not even shaped like us. His head to shoulder ratio is weird. He got a big old round head and he got really short shoulders. Most of us have typically broader shoulders and our head are typically symmetrical to our bodies. Michael King, aka Mike, aka Martin Luther King, did not have that look. You can look at him and see he was a tether. I'm gonna be real. Okay? Now, it's a whole nother story to get into the Black Europeans in America. That's a whole nother horse for a different color. But that's not why I'm here. I'm here to tell you that Michael King's real agenda is not the one that the social studies book gave you. His real agenda was to extract the last of the wealth from Black America, and he did it flawlessly. Once it was done and him and the government fell out, he came up with the Poor People's Campaign, in which he came back and told us he led his people into a burning bush, but it was to no avail because they popped him upside the head shortly after that and he was gone. But by that time, the damage was done. Again, I'm not wrong. I'm just early. Y'all gonna come back and be like, yeah, you wasn't lying, fool. For those who doubt what I'm saying. But I'm saying all that to say his real agenda was to work for the people. This is why there's a Martin Luther King Jr. on every street corner in Black America. This is why all the signs say Martin Luther King. This is why we got a holiday. Then we thinking that they're celebrating him working for us. No. They're celebrating him working for them. Does that make sense? Pay attention. He worked with the orange juice people, as I call them. And let me show you a couple of clips of that. Now, I've done this research, and this ain't AI. This is real life. Let's get into it.
Pay attention and listen to exactly what he says.
The world must see that Israel must exist and has a right to exist and is one of the great outposts of democracy in the world.
And mind you, those people in 2026 always quote Mike. They'll tell you that, no, the civil rights movement was for all. Because Mike said, this what they talking about when they be quoting him. This what they talking about. Pay attention.
My Jewish brothers and sisters said to me amid anti-Semitism anywhere, we don't need your support. We have enough Jewish power to deal with this problem ourselves. I would still take a stand against anti-Semitism because it's wrong, it's unjust, and it's evil. If my Catholic brothers and sisters said to me, amid bigotry toward Catholics, we don't need your support in this because we have enough Catholic power to deal with it, I would still take a stand against bigotry toward Catholics because it is wrong, it is evil, and it is unjust.
For this very reason is why I tell you people, you better wake the hell up, especially you so-called blacks. Why so? Just because all of the people you've always been looked up to, all the people they've always fed you, right, were compromised. Okay. Yep. And this is a prime example of that because, as I know, and many other brothers and sisters know, they wrote his speeches.
Yep.
They wrote his documents, paperwork, and things like that that were fed to the so-called black community.
Did y'all know that? Y'all didn't know Mike had a ghostwriter. Oh, yeah, I forgot to tell y'all about that. We spoke about that on Educational Friday about a couple of years ago. But Mike, the I have a dream. He didn't write that. He had a ghostwriter, a Jewish man, a clear Jewish man. He wrote it. Now, they'll tell you that they co-wrote it. Sure, if that's what we want to go with, of course. But he was funded, financed, and ghostwritten by the Jewish. Yeah. He didn't write that. For those of y'all who didn't know that. He didn't write none of that.
Just so that you all could be what? Integrated into their public schooling system that was also ran and funded by the Rockefellers and the General Board of Education. Come on, y'all. The main reason why you all can't shake being a black, African-American, a colored, a Negro, or whatever new identity they have for you every 10, 15 years is because you all have been taught and breastfed this information. And they've always used political figures, rappers, entertainers, and everybody else to persuade our community to be everything but what great-grandmother was.
Yep.
When will we wake up and go back to our tribal families and heritages? We must understand that these are the same people, right, who created the NAACP and did all of these other things that literally drove us away from our tribal heritage, traditions, and our ways. Wake up before it's too late and we have nothing left. Pay attention and listen to exactly.
Why is this important? Because if you understood, first of all, do you understand why the orange juice people would have any interest in civil rights? If you understand why they would have any interest in civil rights, then you understand why this is huge. Why this literally puts it should literally change the way you think of this whole movement. So for those of you who don't know, the reason why the orange juice people would have the reason why they would care about civil rights is because civil rights was attached to an inheritance that belonged to us, land, voting rights, all types of stuff. These are the things that everybody come to America to extract from Americans, not white Americans, Black Americans. Black America, listen to me. If you don't listen to nothing else I say, I need you to listen to me right now. Every single group of people outside of Black America comes to Black America to steal from Black America. Are you tracking? Every group of people, I don't care if they are white, if they are Black, or anywhere racially ambiguous in between. Every group of people see Black Americans as ripe fruit for the picking. They come to this land to eat off of you. That's everybody. That's everybody. Everybody. Everybody outside of you, Black America. Everybody's coming here to pick off of you. On top of them coming here to pick off of you, there are some of us who are paid to help them to do that. These are the people who we notice sometimes are the boule, talented 10. These are the people who are in your Freemason groups, your D9 organizations. These are the people who come to you, Black America, and say, no, we need to just hold hands and wait on the NAACP because all things are going to work out. These people are working directly with the enemy to keep you stupid so that they can continue to steal from you. This is why these people tend to do well in life while you do poorly. It's called the talented 10%. We happen to fall in that 90%. That's us scratching and surviving, trying to go to work every day to pay our bills, damn near ready to jump off a bridge every other Friday. That's us. So put this in perspective. Every group, there's not a group that is extinct from this. I need you to understand. Every group in the world comes to America to pick and eat off of the fruit of the land. Who are the fruit of the land? Black America. Hitler called us God's precious jewels, is what he said. And y'all might feel like that's not true. What is there to pick off Black America? Culture, language, influence. Where do we start and where do we begin? Where do we end? The white people who are here in America have their language and culture because of you. You gave them their names. You gave them their language. You gave them culture. Whatever culture they have, Black America, you gave it to them. You don't know that though. That's the witchcraft. Are we tracking? That's the trick. That's the witchcraft. They get to extract all of this wealth and all of this inheritance and all of these great things from you, and you have no clue. That's the witchcraft. And how do they do these things? They bring in their guys. Mike, aka Martin Luther King, just happened to be one of them. They're very strategic, that enemy. Very clever. They find somebody who they think we like, and they prop them up in front of the world. They do it today in hip hop. They prop them up in front of the world and make us fall in love with them so much so our emotions get attached to these people, and we can't see the forest for the trees. There's nothing you can't tell us about these people. It happens every Sunday at church. So what the enemy does, prop up somebody, put them in front of us, make them real big in front of us. We fall in love, and that enemy is who they use to steal, kill, and take from us. Martin Luther King, Michael King Jr. is that guy. He was the guy that the enemy used to bring into our communities and steal from us. I don't give a damn what the speech was after all of that took place. Nigga, don't come in here and rob my house, then come back and say you sorry. My shit's gone. Are you insane? No, I don't forgive you. I don't have a bed to sleep on tonight. No, I don't forgive you. My kids don't have food in the refrigerator. You just robbed my entire house. Hell no, I don't forgive you, nigga. I gotta start from scratch. I gotta start from the bottom and try to rework this shit so that I can take care of myself and my family. No, I don't forgive you. Hell no. Forgive your mom. I don't forgive you. My people still trying to get their stuff together right back from this nigga here. Him. Do your research. And the witchcraft comes into play because these people know that we are made in the Most High's image, and not only his image, his likeness. What does that mean? Just as soft and big as God's heart is, his people's heart is that big. That's how we get in this shit. That's how we get here. Having a God-like heart. That's why it's so hard to talk to other Black Americans about separating. It's the God-like heart. That's the very thing that the enemy uses to attack us. And he always used somebody who's either one of us, Jesse Jackson, or somebody who looks like one of us, Michael King, to come and do it to us. And by the time we figure it out, 50, 60, 70, 80 years, 100 years, 200-300 years down the line, it's tough titty, said the kitty, but the milk was dry. Fuck it. I've never revered this man, and I didn't understand why back then, but now I understand. Maybe my soul knew something that I didn't consciously know. I never revered him. I never did. I never did. But now that I know what I know, and I employ you guys to do your research, I would ask that y'all go look this stuff up. The Epstein files, I'm sorry, not the Epstein files, them FBI files got more than Epstein T in there. But Black America done got caught up on Epstein's side of the FBI files. Y'all won't even go look at the other side that's going to help liberate you and get you out of this hell. Because you got the internet telling you, pay attention to the Epstein files. Pay attention to the Epstein files. I don't give a damn what them clears over there doing. That's between them and them clears. Unless you tell me it's Black American babies getting trafficked in and out of there, I could care less. Ain't nobody gonna make me feel bad about not caring, because I don't. Unless somebody tell me they trafficking Black American babies up in there through them islands, I could care less. That ain't got nothing to do with me. That ain't got nothing to do with me. What them people over there doing ain't got nothing to do with me. This is the witchcraft. This is the trick. This what got Martin Luther King killed. Worried about everything except what he should have been worried about. Okay? That's what's going to get a lot of us popped. Worried about everything else except what we should be worried about. And this is the hard truth, Black America. We coming into a season where a lot of the things we were taught, a lot of the things that we believe, we about to find out it's all lies. It's all lies. And you niggas gonna have to start being okay with that. Because the moment you come across some truth, and because your heart don't want to accept it, you're literally going to impede your progress. You're going to stop your own healing, your own growth, your own expansion. Because your emotions is stopping you from even forming up your logic. Martin Luther King is a name in every Black American neighborhood, and it's never the good ones. If the enemy ain't clever at the nanny boo boo game, I don't know what he clever at. Because there's nothing better. If I'm the enemy, I'm just putting myself in the mind of the enemy. If I was the enemy, there would be nothing better to me than to go into a group of people's world, take their language, take their identity, take their resources, their wealth, their land, and use one of what they seem to be theirs to do it. And then turn around, kill him, and then name all of their neighborhoods after him. That's some cold shit. And then give them a holiday and make them celebrate him. Not knowing that they celebrating the person who helped us steal all the rest of their shit. Nah, we don't need to tell them that though. Give them a holiday, name all their hoods after Martin Luther King. Get some of the artists, make them do songs. Get Stevie Wonder, happy birthday, so they can love on this nigga. Not knowing that every year y'all celebrate Martin Luther King, it's another energy ritual for us to keep your shit. Does that make sense? I'm just saying, if I was the enemy and I want to really fuck over a group of people, I would do that. That definitely would be what I would do. But I'm saying all that to say, we in the season of Aquarius, the age of Aquarius. It's about knowing, learning, and unlearning. That's it. If you're not willing to unlearn some stuff, this healing thing, this spiritual warfare thing, this not for you. Go back to being NPCs. This is not for you. Because there's so much that you believe. I need Black America to understand me. There's so much that you believe that you would die for that's a lie. And the moment you figure that out, it's going to piss you off. And after you finish being pissed off, you're going to want to do something about it. But it is going to piss you all the way off to the highest level of pissivity. When you find out all of these things and these beliefs and these stories and this his story that you've been taught, that you've been holding near and dear, making decisions in your life on, when you find out that that's all a sham, you're going to want to fight. I know, because that's how I felt. Stop celebrating that nigga. That's just me. I ain't going to tell you what to do. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I don't celebrate him no way. So I don't revere him. I'm just saying, do your research on everything I said. Let me read the rest of these super chats and hop up off of here. Shout out to everybody in the building. Natasha Holiday, thank you for the super chat. Says, I enjoy you. Thank you, beautiful. I appreciate it. Thank you. Divine Energy, thank you for the super chat. Says 85% of the people are blind, deaf, and dumb. 10% are the takers and manipulators to the 85%. And 5% are the righteous teachers who have knowledge of self. Facts. Facts. And you know, when I fall into that, I feel like I fall into that 5% of people who want to try to spread the gospel, or I don't know gospel, but just kind of open people's eyes. It frustrates me. You know what frustrates me falling in that 5% of the people trying to wake the rest of us up is I don't have to fight the 10% that's really running this shit. I got to fight the 85%. I got to fight the other 85% who think that they on the right side. It ain't for the weak. I'll tell you that. It ain't for the weak. With that being said, y'all, make sure y'all like the video, subscribe to the channel. Also, if you are new, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. Shout out to everybody in the building. I am your girl, Voodoo Doll TV. This was the Morning Joce. And if you are on the replay gang, make sure y'all hype the video and drop down in the comments and let me know what y'all think. I will catch y'all on tomorrow. Make sure y'all never pay me back. I can't speak on nobody else. Just always pay it forward. Love y'all down to the ground. Catch y'all tomorrow. Peace.
Can you hear me now? Oh, let's go! It's your boy Big Chew, the voice of the beat. You know what I won't blaze up. Come on, blaze up.
It's the beat for me.
Wow, 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 wow. For your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we live. For your boy. For your boy.
Mr. Carroll, how you give the voodoo doll time to talk? I don't get no fucking time to talk.
Who the voodoo doll is?
The nigga you just had up here.